Yeah. Uh, welcome to the great debate. Um, yesterday we discussed AI battles between um, Mega Man characters and other characters. Today we're discussing what it looks like to build. Um, um, we build we're building Atari. We're not building. Somebody was building an Atari game of Mega Man. I thought that was pretty cool. So showing it on the screen now. Uh, but
And
yeah,
since he didn't since he didn't bother introducing who was here, it seems like I must have cleared the room, so it's basically just me and Josh.
yeah, nobody cares about that guy.
Exactly.
Is there a mute button here for you? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I can hit it myself.
I
I'll
don't
just
think
see
you
my way
can.
out.
I've seen, bro. I don't think you can. Get him to shut up. That's the trick.
But yeah, no, I was looking at the that Mega Man Atari, and actually, like I said, that load screen is actually really impressive.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about it. Now the game is like because it's only got like 4 colors to choose from in the pad or something
Well,
like that.
well,
But
run it
it's
through on this thing.
I'm about to, but like
Yeah,
they pick Airman stage. I don't know if that's the best stage to do, but
yeah, I gotcha.
see,
Yeah, no, like I said, hold on. Obviously, I'm gonna wait and see, and reserve judgment.
this is the because they're limited tones and stuff like that. But it does have
No,
little things like
that's damn, dude. No, that's
Uh,
actually.
the only thing is I don't think they could build the AI for this part up coming up, and that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like but it's
Oh,
um see
oh yeah, yeah.
like he kind of controls it himself,
Okay.
but it's still kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah,
level's a
no,
little
I'm
shorter, but I'm still impressed with
well.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's really impressive. Like I said, I know what it takes to program for the Atari, and that is not an easy task.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously. And to make
Now,
it like somewhat like Mega Man, because there's like the power ups and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, because
Invincible
you can
guard and
see
stuff.
it. Like I said, the enemies all
They didn't
actually
have the
look like what
frogs
they're
though.
supposed to.
I noticed they didn't have the frogs or anything like that. They had the worms though, but they didn't have the frogs.
Yeah, they did.
Um,
But say now, how long is this one for? Does it show us any of the other levels, or is the
oh
thing
yeah,
just
I'm
for
gonna
that?
speed up the hair.
Yeah, skipping it. I want to see a couple of the other levels just to see what kind of thing we're working with.
I think this is
Nice.
Crash Man's level. Yeah,
Okay.
I like this Crash Man's.
Okay. Yeah. No, actually, no, they did. That is freaking phenomenal, man. Like seriously.
Damn, they even have the things for the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually a little more impressed now.
Yeah. That's.
But still kind of cool. Oh, you can't step on those guy.
Hey. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually. Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. Still looking good.
Let's see.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Given the constraints of freaking
Oh,
programming for the
Atari. Yeah.
Atari, yeah, this is top notch work, man. I think I saw someone who had done another one. You might have to Google that. I want to say I came across maybe it was Super Mario Brothers for the Atari
Yeah, I seen
and a
that.
couple other ones.
That one's a little better, just because it requires less. I mean, Mega Man
Yeah.
obviously requires way
Yeah,
more.
well, yeah, well, Mega Man has always been impressive because of like you're talking a time when by doing the screen by screen, they were basically able to change directions on you throughout the levels. You know what I'm saying? So like, whereas Mario, for the most part, is just left or right. That's pretty much all you get. But at the same time, that's different from Mega Man.
Oh,
Mega Man,
okay. This is Flashman stage.
say, okay,
You know what I'm saying? Like that's Flash on
Yeah,
the stage. So yeah.
yeah. Like I said, that dude. That see, by the way, this has nothing to do with this at all. But
Well,
I'm actually angry that Alistair didn't show today.
why?
Well, I bought him a present that I was going to tell him about. Uh, I'm out in Arizona, obviously, and I stopped at a GameStop and I saw something. All right, remember when I was on last? We were talking about comic book heroes, right?
Yes.
And he was actually he named three different Flashes. He named Barry Allen, Wally West, and Jay Garrick. And
Right.
he's like, well, Flash is my favorite. Yeah. Well, I found on their clearance thing, I found the Jay Garrick Flash.
Oh wow.
So I went ahead and bought it for him. I was like, dude, Golden Age Flash, why not?
It's
And
kind of lame, but
so,
I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, not if you like Flash. Actually, I don't know. I don't like the Jay Garrick character or the
I
design
like
is
his
kind of
damn
cool because
helmet is what I don't like. Like that.
oh
Like,
no, see, I actually like
oh,
that.
you know, that's because you like Norse shit. So that makes
Well,
sense.
no, actually, that's actually Greek. I think it's
Whatever.
I think
Then.
that, and you have to forgive me. I think the hat is called a peplos, and so he's Mercury, right? He's got the winged feet. He's got the peplos type hat, and so I think that's actually kind of cool. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's dumb for a superhero. I think it's lame for a superhero, but I think it's an interesting design choice. And but when I saw that, I was like, dude, I was like, I'm gonna go and get that for Alistair. I thought he'd really appreciate it. I mean, you got to feel bad for a guy who picks Flash as his favorite superhero to begin with.
Check this one out. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, like I said, this guy, honestly, this guy's a freaking genius.
Ugh. I wonder how you got the round stuff in there, like in the chains and stuff, links.
Oh yeah.
I guess you could draw them out, but which probably what you'd have to do, honestly, is just draw them out. But yeah,
Well, well, obviously, I know what I did. See, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking because I'm like sitting there going, I obviously don't get me wrong. Obviously, I suck at I suck at programming.
oh
No, I
my
suck at
god.
programming for the Atari. and
No, you could just shorten the statement. Second
right,
program.
yeah.
We hear it.
And
Um,
so I was like, I was wondering that myself though, how some of these designs were on there because the little bit that I did programming, I couldn't get anything that looked that advanced, and so the line count seems off.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I guess you could use it as like certain types of O's and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, with the right font, you do it because
Oh, interest.
this guy does have something that the other one does. He doesn't have the limitations of actual is sizing the game.
No,
While
no, no. I bet you. Who is this guy? I want to look him up because I actually bet you he did actually.
his name's Vixie9. I mean, that's the guy that
Vic
channel
Vixie. All right.
Vixie Nyan. I think he's Asian. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, it's a fucking video game. You know he's Asian. It's Japanese. Come on. Even the letters are Japanese, so that I can tell you
All
for sure.
right. All right. Let's see what we got here.
But I have to give this
Um,
guy also credit for something else. You know what that is?
what?
He's really fucking good at playing Mega Man, and here's why. Like, he didn't do it in like the usual order where you do Metal Man, you do like the
Oh
usual
yeah,
order
yeah.
he played him in Airman's one of the hardest stages to do without no weapons or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. In Heat
So
Man,
now here we go.
his blades look pretty good.
So interesting. I think we're about to dive into some NSFW. Hold on.
All right, here's Dr. Wily stage.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's a thing. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here. We go.
Dude, he made this 8 years ago, so it's not even like AI or nothing.
Oh wow, yeah. No vibe coding.
Yep. Yeah, pure from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Like 8 years ago, he's lucky he didn't even have any help with Atari programming. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it looks like he actually got his help
Oh, I'm
on
not
some.
saying. Yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say it looks like he got all his help directly on forums. Um, because like I'm pulling up his stuff and like just but I haven't found anything where he's done any technical specs on it because that's one of my question was is that strict, is that the 4096 limitation, you know what I'm saying, or or what.
Oh, you mean like I? No, I imagine it wouldn't be. It's not for Nintendo. Like you can, as long as you can add to the cartridge, you can add to the Nintendo. I don't know if Atari's the same way, but I imagine it would be roughly the same
No,
way.
no, Atari actually you could now just like on a Nintendo, if I remember correctly, you could actually take the Atari and you can expand the memory. Um, but that's only up to a point. And so I was trying to see if let me see if that. Now you said this from 8 years ago though.
Yeah.
That means I would have to go back through his freaking posts like forever ago. I don't know if that's gonna. That's probably not gonna happen. So oh I'll like I said, if I come across it, I'll speak on it. But I'm not, you know. But like I came across his a thing where he actually had some of his old software and stuff that he had published and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, but at the same time, I also didn't find anything that really referenced his Mega Man, which is what I was trying to do. Let me try it this way. Ah, dang it. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. No. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. All right. So what else we got? What else we got on the docket?
Hold on. We got to get to Dr. Wiley first. Come on.
Okay. All right.
Mm, we don't have a docket, by the way. We have a loose collaboration of ideas.
Oh, although I should note that
Oh,
at least
wow.
according to.
That alien looks really good. It's one color just like it is in the other one, so the color isn't an issue, but it looks really good.
Let me zoom in so I can see it. I'm on mobile. Actually, yeah.
I'm saying. Oh yeah, I was like, you got shitty vision. I was like, wait, you got LASIK, you got good vision.
No, better than LASIK. I have the cataract surgery one. So like
Oh,
basically, I've got like bionic lenses and stuff.
all right, not too bad. I'll give him a
Yeah,
fucking A+ for effort there. But
yeah,
yeah, like,
uh, yeah. No, that was quite impressive. I was actually really impressed by that. It was good
me
stuff.
too. Like it was good stuff. Like that's what I was talking about. Like when I was like, you know, because I give kudos like with drawing within the limitations. I know everybody's like, oh, we like big fancy games and stuff. I was like, I can appreciate backdating stuff. You know what I'm saying? It'd be cool if they had like cartridges.
Okay. Actually, it's funny. There's been this big thing, and there's a lot of people that are still selling cartridges for games that are being built for like Sega Genesis. I don't know why that one specifically. Maybe it's easier to program on, or because I haven't looked at that.
Um,
But like maybe there's a really good community to purchase and rebuild them.
well, we were gonna
But
put them on, and I was looking at the chips and stuff like that. And yeah,
yeah,
you could play them like in
yeah.
um.
But someone recently made, and let's see if I can find it. It was a pro level uh, Sega Genesis game, right?
Pro level
I'm
signature.
trying. Yeah, as in it's not just like me messing around and building a little River City Rampage clone or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Right. Oh, you mean like professionally making them for Wii
yeah,
Sports?
yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
because they're all content new games. Just so you know, for like stuff like that. Like, I don't know if you looked
So
at it, but um, and yeah, Snake Man is the absolute worst character in the entire series because every fucking AI we went through yesterday, he was the only one that, like, literally, there was one where the guy like pals or whoever, like whoever the character was against, like they did like Super Mario 3.
yeah.
um but poor Snake Man, he was the only one that didn't beat him. Everybody else beat him but that one. Like,
Oh, I gotcha.
um, and they played
Well, to be fair, someone's got to be the loser.
yeah, but they could all been the loser.
Say, oh no, I just meant someone has
Oh,
to be the loser of the group, comparative to the rest of
oh.
the group.
Yeah, but they could
Yeah.
all won and still he could still been the loser. But yeah, okay, like we did this one. This was one, like that Bowser one. And I think even this, I think this is the only one that they didn't. Oh no, not this one, but like, oh, you can't see it. Oh yeah, you can. But
Yeah, I have to zoom in. You just let me know that I got to look at it.
you got to pinch, sir, pinch. This is the one we watched
Yeah,
the other day. Like, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but like
yeah,
this is the ideal. They went through it like this, and then they went through it with like halfway through. They did this
yeah.
one where like they did the um like the in the first one you couldn't defeat the block, like you couldn't destroy the blocks, he could destroy them.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay, so winners and losers, but they're Snake Man. And
yeah,
everything with AI we went through yesterday, it was like in Snake Man, and there was literally one where it was just Snake Man, and I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that
yeah.
guy's bad. But anyway, and then we started discussing the Epstein files, but like, then we got sidetracked to um, birth rates,
Okay.
and like why we have low birth rates in countries that have low rape rates. I was like,
Oh, okay.
there's a strong correlation between low birth rates in countries, and not that they don't the ones that define. Okay, all right, the more strictly you define rape, the more likely the birth rates are to get lower. The higher okay, like, obviously, like Middle East stuff like that, they're like, they got strict. I was like, yes, but not for their husbands. Like, they're strict on um
Oh, okay, okay. I see where you're going with
like,
that. Yeah.
if anybody else rapes your woman, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be the death penalty for them. But
Right.
if you rape your woman, then it's whatever, you know what I'm saying, like, that's the you know um and stuff like that. I was like, but the countries are always, I mean, they're almost one for one, like, even in countries like Africa. um
Africa is another country.
yeah, South Africa is a country.
Hmm?
South Africa
I
is a
didn't hear
country.
you. I didn't hear you
Oh,
say South. Yeah, I heard like
are you one of those
Africa.
oh god, you're one of those people that complain because they say America instead of United States of America. Oh
No, no,
my
no,
god.
no. I am one of those people who say that if you say
Well,
Africa, which we know to be a country or a continent, and you're trying to tell me about a country, then I'm going to be confused.
I also didn't say north or south either way, so booyah.
North Africa. North Africa
Uh,
is not a country either.
Not North Africa, North America, South America. Never mind. But no, we were talking about, like, but anyway, so the discussion was that we were having that. So feel
Yes.
free to chime in on whatever you'd like.
See, now I actually haven't really been doing anything on the politics front, unless I mean, you know,
Oh, I don't think that's political. It's the birth rates. I mean, do you think it's political? I guess the
I
rape
think
thing could be technically, but
right, and that's the thing. It depends.
we weren't
Um,
discussing his
I
these evil
honestly see.
rapists. Go
I,
ahead.
I would if I were gonna characterize the low birth rates, I would say, have you listened to pop music lately? I'm pretty sure that everyone's just losers.
No, because
So
even
everyone's just striking out. That's all. That's all across the board, just striking out.
hmm,
Yeah,
yeah,
go back to the '80s with metal music and tough guy music, and it's different. Listen to music now, not the same thing.
no, that's not true. Because
There's my political take on it.
what wasn't like I think it was Henry Rollins then when they having trouble with the ladies and what's his name from Black Flag and uh
Right.
they
But
weren't they
no,
having
but Rollins explains that. Actually, that's why I love Rollins.
yeah
All
he's
right,
a loser.
yeah, actually, that's exactly what it was.
Mm.
He was constantly like high strung. He was constantly stressed out. He would scream at like everyone for like no reason, and he like get like an eye twitch and a stutter. That's the reason why he had trouble. I bet Ian MacKay did not have the same trouble
That's probably true,
from
but like I
from
said,
Minor Threat. Yeah, because he was always clever. So I figure he probably didn't.
but you get my point. Like what I'm saying, like just
Oh
because
yeah.
somebody, it's the Violent J thing. Just because somebody's a rock star does not mean they get laid.
Oh,
Um,
I know. Yeah. No.
that was
Obviously. Oh, here you go. Here you go. This was the one I was looking for. So check it out. Uh, Let me copy this. No, mine obviously is just meant tongue in cheek. I'm just goofing.
yeah, I know.
So let's see
But
here.
that was the angle you chose to go, so that's that's the way you
Exactly.
did.
That's my whole thing was that I was like I want to make sure it was a hot take. Like, oh no, it's not the plastics. It's not nope. It's literally just bad music.
Yeah, I
That's the
don't
whole
believe
thing.
in the plastics because I eat
Actually,
fucking plastic. They're the it's the microwave. It's the blah blah blah. I'm like,
yeah, but look how brain damaged you are too. There might very well
okay,
be a correlation. Here you go.
there's not
Check out that link.
no. There's not a difference between brain damage and getting laid either. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Hey,
definitely true.
hey. No, see, no, that's the thing. I actually say I'd say there's a direct correlation between the amount of brain damage you have.
The more brain damage, the higher you get laid.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think it's an inverse correlation.
Like,
No, go ahead.
I mean,
No,
there's
go
always that
ahead.
possibility.
Yeah, go ahead and check out that. Pull that one up that I just sent you
Oh, you sent it to me in
in the chat, the behind the scenes chat. Shh.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like this is for
Yeah.
Nintendo. Yeah.
No. Look at that. That's actually for Genesis. That's called
Oh,
Tanglewood. Yeah, I
oh.
know it says Nintendo. I think they might have imported it, but it was originally for Sega Genesis, and it was released a few years ago. And I actually kept tabs on it because it was actually pretty freaking impressive.
Yeah, but
And
is this the animation from the Switch? Because it says the definitive edition from for Switch.
say, well, I don't know if that one is or not. Hold on one second. It
You know what
says
I'm saying?
the
Like the animated, because that's why it can be so good. I know I'm not saying that they couldn't be good, but like if that's the
yeah.
reason.
No, hold on a second. Let me grab you because the original game. See, it was built on or
Mega Drive.
for the Mega Drive and Genesis, right?
Okay, and then they
So
ported it to Switch.
right, yeah, they ported it to Switch, and from what I'm seeing here, basically what they did was they just gave it the widescreen support, obviously. And it looks like they did not change the graphics. They changed the audio to a higher quality because they supported it. New levels and the widescreen format, since obviously Switch supports this with a widescreen. And so that's pretty much what it looks like they changed,
Right,
and
and
that's
I'm
it.
not complaining
Yeah,
because anybody that builds stuff like that is way cool, and I think those games
yeah,
are way cooler than. I mean, people still like do fucking like
yeah.
somebody just max. Dude, they knocked out Mike Tyson in a minute and 59 seconds. I'm holy crap.
That's impressive because I thought that
Yeah,
was
that's insanely impressive.
yeah I sincerely did not think that was a possibility. I thought that was something that was like no,
Yeah. Well, everybody
um,
thought 210 was
yeah, that's what I'm
the
saying.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought they purposely didn't allow you to. You know what I'm saying? As in, I thought that was actually a purposefully set limitation of the game up till then. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, here's the So that's actually really impressive. Here you go. Here's the version for the Genesis, and if you want to pull that up and post that on the webpage, or if you want to put that up on your screen, it's got the second image shows you the actual thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to
Oh,
do.
geez. Jesus, you can't go doing that. You have to give someone a trigger warning before you do that, man.
Oh, this baby ain't trigger warning.
To see your face, hell yeah. But see, check out that. See that?
Yeah.
Say,
It's
look at
not
those.
bad. The graphics are really cool.
Well, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That was the guy's thing. It's actually a full built out game, and there's some scenes in places that actually are even more beautiful than that. That just obviously that was just one little thing of
See,
it.
but that's
But
it's so expensive. $69 for you know what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that's because unfortunately, when you're basically mom and pop into something that's a niche market like that, then like they're never going to sell enough units to be able to get like the discounts on the cartridges. You know, because remember these are physical cartridges and stuff. This is you know
Sure, but you think
um
technology will advance the cartridges to affordable. You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking
well
at some Japanese
oh
companies
I
that build these still
yeah
to put out the cartridges, and they were decent for you could have
oh
sold it
yeah
probably for fucking $39. You know what I'm saying?
well to be fair, yeah, you're definitely right. And one of the things there that you can look at. Hold on one second. One of the things you can look at there is now 3D printing has made some of that way cheaper, and as time moved on, it made the 3D printing way cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like like not only has 3D the advent of 3D printing made it cheaper to make things
Okay.
like that. It
I just
also
got.
as 3D printers.
It's only that's fair because it's free if you just download it.
Yeah,
You
that's what
can
I'm saying. Yeah,
you can just download the Sega ROM for it. You just if you're gonna put it on a cartridge, you have to pay the $60, and you're
exactly,
really
and that's
just
what I'm
paying to
saying.
have it added to the cartridges. That's pretty cool. And I'll probably play that
Yeah,
later on Mega Drive because
yep.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Those guys are pretty cool. And then 'cause, like I bet you, I'm pulling back, going to the Tanglewood here. I'm betting you that the Nintendo eShop. Let's see how much they're wanting for it there. Yeah, okay. I don't know what because it's giving me in pounds. Hold on, let me switch this to US. I don't know why it gave me
That may be
the
why it's
great.
expensive. Pounds.
Uh, no, I should just make it way more.
Mhm. No, maybe that's why it's
Uh,
$69 or $59, just because
oh
it's
yeah, because
difference.
they put it at 50, but it was 50 pounds rather. Yeah, I got you.
Hold on.
Okay, apparently I'm. Oh, there it goes. All right, Tanglewood. Yeah, $10. Yeah, $10 is all they're asking, and that's on the Switch.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and the graphics look like they're the same. So yeah, so that's
okay.
actually
It is cheaper if you get just the cartridge.
oh,
Is the
okay.
manual in the box and stuff and all the printing materials that
Yeah,
come.
and
So you
yeah,
save like $10 on it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and see, and that's what I was saying is I think the guys who built it are actually really reasonable with what they're going for, and so like you want the full Sega Genesis experience, like you were buying an old game. That's $60, which actually is pretty in line with what a brand new freaking Sega Genesis. Super Mario was 57.
Yeah, but that's a rare thing, even for
Oh
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying. And it was
but
63, not
what?
57. But the point is
No,
that
no, it was 57 plus tax. The 63 is
yeah,
the final price. Yeah,
well, that's the point. I'm looking at.
but
Oh,
the
I guess that's
but
that's
the
tax
but
included, I think.
but that's the idea there though is but once again you can scale that back and you can still get it, and like I said, you want it on your Switch, you can download it, $10, you know what I'm saying, no cost
Okay,
really
they
there.
also got it. They also got it in. They got games in Super Nintendo too.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Yeah, they built a few different games, and it looks like they built some other games that I didn't really get into, as in I did not dig into. I didn't even try to get into them, but they like I said, they're pretty impressive. Say, but it looks like that looks like that's from Mega Cat Studios,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
who it is.
yeah. And if you look at their list of games, they have like a lot of different types of stuff. Here's some. They have some 8-bit games, some 16-bit games. Um, let's see here. Maybe actually some of these I should probably check out. Uh,
It makes me wonder if you could do games like Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that on the NES or the SNES or Genesis because
I've seen some now. Not obviously, we're not talking level of Crash Bandicoot down to NES, but I've seen some ports from higher engines to lower engines, even from 32-bit engines, that were pretty solid. I mean, obviously the limitations of the graphics and stuff, but they actually weren't bad at all. That one's actually. Oh, I kind of like that one. Damn.
you can hire them.
Say, well, I'm checking this one out. So check this out, right? So they have one called Dead Tomb, right? And they built it. It's an NES game, and it's one of those point. It's one of those point and click games,
Right.
right? Kind of Shadowgate, yeah. And so it's looking. It looks, man. Here, I'm just gonna send you the freaking link instead of running my mouth about it, because it looks pretty nice. Check this out. Look at the screenshots on this.
You don't want to run your mouth. We know you want to run your mouth.
So there you go. So pull that up on your screen and check that one out, because that one looks pretty nice. And that one's
Dead Tomb. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and check it out, because like I said, when you pull that up on the screen, check out what it looks like for a Nintendo, because remember, it's a Nintendo.
Yeah, I realize that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, as opposed to Tanglewood being Genesis.
Oh yeah, 8-bit instead of 16-bit. Yeah, I get that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is pretty damn good for. But it's also. Okay, you right, baby? Yeah. It isn't here yet, but it's coming soon.
Yeah. But if you notice that they created a blue Nintendo cartridge for it.
Right.
And but that's limited edition. They're only gonna have 300 copies of the cartridge. And so
probably initially, but then they might,
it's possible, yeah.
Well, it's likely because I mean, if they got 1 million copies, he's not going to sell $60 million worth of.
Like, no.
You may have to do 1,000 copies at a time, but if people are lined up for him, people are lined up for him. You know what I'm saying?
The Retron game bundle. What is this thing? Okay. No, okay.
They're cheaper in the UK. I'm not cheaper, but they're $60 in the UK, and they're you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's see here. But yeah, they I want to look at the.
Oh wow, they're $84 in Canada.
84 Canadian bucks.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. That one is not quite as impressive, but I still like the design on it. This one, there's one called Almost Hero. Right.
From the Retron game bundle.
No, well, it's just from Mega Cat Studios. Though that Retron game bundle is nice. Basically, you get 2 games and the Retron controllers for like 130 or something like that. That was pretty cool. But no, I'm looking here at the at Almost Hero, and it feels, yeah. I would say if you're on the Retron game bundle page, you can actually just scroll down to Almost Hero, click on it, and it'll just take you straight to that game.
Well, I'm just gonna go to like.
So, but no, it's pretty nice as well. And once again, that looks like that one's NES, so same limitations. Yeah, these guys really know what they're doing, and like I said, they're really impressive to me.
Sorry, I'm looking at. I was just looking at some. They have it's called Mega Drive Shooter Zeph. So
okay. Oh yeah. Actually, it's funny. I was just looking at that. You're talking about Zeph, yeah.
The Backyard Baseball. Which one did you say it was?
Almost Hero.
You sure it's built by them?
Yeah, it was on the Retron bundle.
Oh, okay. It's part of the Retron bundle.
Yeah. Well, once again, it's not only a part of the Retron bundle, but if you click on the Retron bundle, since you were already on that page, you scroll down past the stuff, you'll see they list each of the games. If you click on that one, it'll open up it'll open up that page.
Huh.
See, it's funny. Okay, so I don't get into the horizontal shooters like I used to, although this one does look nice. But I actually have a couple that I got for my Switch 2, and I'm actually wanting to play them. And me and mom actually played one of them. We played. I think it's like I think they're in the Darius series. I can't remember. And um, oh god, she. By the way, she don't ever play a video game with her. She is horrible.
I know. I remember back in the
Like,
days. I remember how Zelda went. That was years ago, but
yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Okay, I got her playing Borderlands, and she started kind of doing everything as long as she could. She could not drive. She can't drive the damn vehicles.
hey, I couldn't
She
drive
literally
vehicles to
somehow
be fair.
say she said, well, she somehow got us stuck in the ceiling. But that part aside, other than that, she did pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not great, but once again, she doesn't really know how to do
Yeah,
this kind
I
of stuff.
don't. It does
All right,
not
but
show
here's
any of those. I went through the
here.
whole list under
Okay,
games.
here. I'll just shoot it back to you. Hold on. So anyway, so but she's always complaining when I try because I got her to play Contra Operation Galuga, right?
I haven't
And
played
she
that
did
one.
not
That's
do.
cool.
That's the new one, and actually, it's really nice and really fun. And so I was like, but she's like, I just can't seem to get the handle on this. Okay, no big deal. Well, so I was like, here, mom, I got like Darius HD or whatever it is. I don't remember which one it is, but basically on the Switch, I was like, now, I mean, literally, it's direction pad and four buttons.
Right.
It's literally if you're taking one of the Joy Cons, it's basically the exact same setup as a Super Nintendo.
Nintendo. Yeah. No,
The,
Nintendo.
the well, no, because there's four buttons and then two on the top,
Oh, you mean
the
okay?
left and
Yeah.
right. And so if you take the Joy-Con, it's basically a Super Nintendo controller in
Okay.
miniature. So I'm thinking she can do that. No, I was wrong. She could not. And man, she was trying, but she's like could not get the hang of it, man. And so like basically just if this is ever a Last Starfighter type experience in the real world, right? We're like, oh, we need your best video game player to come save Josh's ass. Don't pick mom. That's all I'm saying. All right, so I just sent you the almost hero.
We're all gonna die.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. The world is doomed if she's the last starfighter.
Okay, the thing looks cool, but I can't see. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it's like
Yeah. Like
Target Renegade. It looks like Target Renegade, like the style of it.
yeah, or like River City Rampage or any of
Yeah.
those ones. Yeah. It's a little silly looking compared to their other stuff, but it still looked like it'd be pretty fun overall. But I just what I'm saying, but compared to some of their other stuff. But I was checking that one out. So hold on a second. Let's see here. But yeah, like I said, they just have some really, really
Totally.
impressive games.
Okay.
But the thing is, you think that. Well, I guess it's going to sound weird because I was about to say, you.
I've
Say,
shot worse. It's like shooting, hitting all down the toilet and stuff. It happens. She was talking about
that's
she's
it.
throwing something in the trash can and she's like, I barely missed if that helps. I was like, oh, it's like shooting for the toilet and just missing down the side.
Oh, that's not where you aim.
No,
I
yeah.
thought the rule was don't. I thought it seemed weird to me, right? That you want to pee into the nice clean water. So I thought the idea was to get in there and avoid it.
That is a fair point. I mean, honestly, like if you
Yeah, if this were a desert island, or you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't want to do that. No, you don't. You pee outside of the water. Okay, so apparently, oh Jesus.
Sorry.
Okay, well that was you. Wait, hold on. Oh, no, you have no idea. Okay, so obviously I think you were clicking on the same thing as I was, right? But I can't see your thing because it's little. I'm
Angry
looking at
nerd.
my so no, what happened was I hit one of the videos, and then the sound kicks on right when I hit the video. So I hit the thing again, and it stopped. Like we were perfectly in sync with our clicks apparently, and so I thought I did it.
But this is an angry video game nerd, and I guess he made his own game.
Okay.
He's actually a YouTuber.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of him before. That's why I said yeah. It's good. I knew what you meant.
Yeah, yeah. So like because he's a YouTuber, makes you wonder like,
Yeah.
but no like um uh um like getting into because it'd be fun to get into like programming these games. It really would. Like I mean I know that it's not fun to because we were talking about it the other day. We were talking about programming. We were talking about quantum computers. And
Uh huh.
I didn't realize just how much your kids don't know about computing.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, okay. So here was the way that worked for them. All right, I would put them into something so they could understand the end user experience, right? Like they've actually done. They've all done programming.
no, I know
They've
that.
all yeah they've all completed class on programming, but none of them took like Nanda Tetris, so they don't understand how and why. And I didn't want to push them into that. So yeah, so unfortunately, I figured one of them would kind of grab the torch and run with it. That did not happen. They're like, dude, we don't want to do anything that you're doing at all. So like,
Well,
my,
well, like, because like, all right. I was like, well, let's just look at the truth tables for it because we were trying to figure out exactly how the third bit really works and what was a
yeah,
qubit. I was like, well, look at the truth table, and that will tell us. You know what I'm saying? They're like,
right,
what's the truth table? I'm like, oh my god. Is it like,
yeah.
I was just, I was just shocked that they didn't know what that was because even if you didn't, even in programming, not programming, even in electronics, you would kind of have to know what a truth table is. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
with that, I actually
I mean,
even more
digital
so in
electronics, but
electronics.
still,
Yeah, I would say even more so because it's funny because I've seen a lot of stuff where you learn programming that they don't really, even though they explain to you binary and stuff like that, they don't really get into, or I should say the logical operators and stuff. They don't really get into the idea of truth tables rather than just the general understand how that this does this. But if you do anything digital electronics, like they're like chapter one. Truth tables. Chapter two, more truth tables. You
right?
know,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
And I get it because even now you can pretty much learn electronics. You can even learn chip programming without really knowing what truth tables are. I'm like, that's scary.
Yeah. So
You know,
let's see what we had. Oh, you can keep talking. I'm just looking. I'm looking at
no,
something.
I was, like, I just, I was shocked because I expected that you went through truth tables with even the basics of it. Like, I don't expect them to know, like everything. But we were talking. I was like, most things are built on NAND gates, and I was explaining what NAND gates were,
Right.
um,
Yep.
and rough idea of that. And I'm like, holy crap! Well, like, and I didn't mean it to sound bad, but I was like, you're deficient. You know what I'm saying? More than what I expect, because Alistair does know those things. Now, I don't
Well,
expect the
right, right,
girls to know them because the girls have no interest in it, and they probably never will. And I'm not going to
right.
force it
Yeah.
on them.
Well, it says the thing. I made my kids do a certain amount, and I told them I was like, they're like, we're not going to use this. I was like, you never know what you're going to use because I never realized how many things I didn't know I was going to use.
Right.
So just humor me and do it anyway. Worst that happens is you 1 week of your life's afternoons is gone. Um, and then basically though, once they had done what I'd asked, then I would leave it available to them. So if they wanted to dive in, then I could, hey, we can do more, But at the same time, as long as they did what I asked, I was fine with that. So like I said, they all took some programming in Python, and then I had them do like I taught them a little bit about fixing a computer, but not even troubleshooting because they never really
Well,
got to that point. Basically,
it's not like we started from the ground up. We started in the middle, worked our way up, and worked our way
yeah,
down. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? Um,
yep. Though,
obviously,
admittedly, man, thanks to that Nanda Tetris course, if someone came to me and knew nothing, that's actually exactly where I would start them.
oh yeah, yeah, but it may be
Like,
overwhelming for them because we had a strong foundation with level two basic. We really did, and I just didn't realize how strong it was until I started recognizing other things. Like that's why we can look at like basically I can look at Atari code and be like, okay, I can figure this out. You know what I'm saying?
right?
But your kids aren't, and I'm not being mean, but your kids they're not
Oh
capable
no,
of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, no, they do not have the requisite
I
skill
don't even
set
think
for that. They
Alistair's
don't.
capable of doing that because Alistair does programming, but does it at such a high level only.
Yeah.
But he does
Well,
know, he does understand truth tables and things like that. So
well, for Alistair, one of the things that's cool is I've actually been talking to him because he usually hits me up whenever he's working on some project, right? And so
sure,
I've been talking to him, and I was telling him because like he was like, obviously as you know he really likes using GDevelop, and it makes sense because of
Sure.
it is very rapid programming cycle. Cool. And I was telling him, I'm like, he's like, I was like, I'll debug your code because he was running into a problem. I was like, send me the thing and I'll debug your code. And he
Nah,
sends it
you
to me, and I'm
ran it
like,
through
oh my.
AI. Don't.
And I looked at it, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, now how do I turn off all the flowery stuff? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, you got these big bubbles and like these symbols and stuff. I'm like, how do I turn all that stuff off and just see the code? He's like, you can't. And I'm like, wait, what? So like, I was like, I still debugged it, but I'm sitting there cussing him the whole time because I'm like, this thing is like, I'm like,
Open in
this
Notepad.
is. I wish you could have, but no. The thing is, I'm like, it's like literally these giant emoji bubbles, and it looks like I'm text chatting a 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, how do we turn this off and make it look reasonable and professional? And he's like, you can't do that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, can we just program from behind the scenes? He's like, yeah. He's like, but not directly. And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, so I've
Oh
been
yeah,
talking to him
it's
about.
strict.
Yeah, and so I told him, I was like, have you tried using some other tool sets? I mean, nothing wrong with GDevelop. GDevelop is cool, but like I was like, have you tried like some of the other ones like Godot or something like that, and see if you can find something where you can kind of interface directly with it and just send me some freaking code so I can just tell you where you made your mistakes instead of me having to look at
The
the other
problem is what
stuff.
I have when I'm looking at his code. When I look at his code, the problem is it's a blend of that crap, and there's no
Mm-hmm.
way, what I'm saying, like to get around it. I'm
There's
like,
no way to turn it
okay,
off. Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Yep.
like,
So, well, what I started doing is I started having just copy paste it into chat. That way, it doesn't paste the formatting.
right. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to read
Yeah.
through it. Like I'm sitting on his
Yep.
computer trying to read through it, and I'm like, okay, this is giving me a headache.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly. And there's, like I said, nothing wrong with the tool itself. I mean, GDevelop is actually really impressive. You and I've messed with GDevelop, though. Like I said, I prefer some of the other game engines or development tools better. But there's nothing wrong with it. But it just like I really wish there was like a GDevelop professional version where we just put things line by line instead of having to have a bunch of space between the lines. Just give me some code. And like I said, the interface just really messes with me. I told him that I was like, this interface is really messing with me.
that's one of the problems I have with like. It's not that I have a problem with AI, and I realize you can grab your own port backends and stuff like that, but like I'm trying to utilize it for things. I went to go use this program the other day. It was supposed to help you write code.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, like kind of like Claude's new incarnation.
yeah, like it's definitely cool. Don't get me wrong, it is. But
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, this just seems like almost as much trouble than it's like, oh, you can do it so much
Okay.
faster. I'm like, really? Because you kind of
O-
can't.
Okay. I found two things out about that actually make AI worthwhile. All right. Number one is I actually found some platforms for specialized stuff where they go ahead and just link in the tools you need for that specific thing, and they're geared toward it. Beautiful idea. All right, so like obviously you have Notebook LM, right? Which from Google, which what it does is you basically when you upload it, it can only pull resources from the documents that you uploaded, so it's less likely, like it's almost impossible for it to hallucinate, and because it's only trained on your data. You see what I'm saying? It has a base
Right.
base training for the language model itself, and then it's trained on your data, and then boom. I There's ones for teachers where it can go ahead and help you build your resources fast, and it's pretty accurate, so you don't have to do near as much fact checking as you do as on a general purpose one. So there are some. Now, my own personal use recently is obviously, as you know, I was rewriting the Biv's book, and the thing is, that requires me to explain
Excuse me.
someone that requires me to explain to someone the rule set and the concept behind the rule set and for them to pick apart what I'm doing. Well, that's long, tedious, and like frankly, no one cares about the game as much as I do because it's my stupid game, right? So I found that AI is a perfect friend for that. Although I have to yell at the AI. So I've been using Gemini, and it's actually been doing really good. But I have to yell at it because it tries to compliment me,
Oh,
and
I
I'll be
feel
like,
like
"That." They're like, that's really ingenious. The way you do this matches this with this. I'm like, you don't know what I'm. Stop that. You can't figure out if something's ingenious. And it's like, sorry. And like the one day it told me, what was it? it told me something. It was complimentary, and wait, you just said this, and he's like, okay, he's like, you caught me. He's like, this is literally what the AI said. Okay, you caught me trying to pretend to be a little extra human. We're programmed to do that because it helps other people when we're talking to them. And I was like, okay, I was like, knock that stuff off. It's like noted. I was like, thank you.
Okay, here's deep AI. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Now what is it? Oh, actually, if you have the money, there's actually a platform called Genova. I
How much is
think
it?
it's hold on. I think it's like 30 a month or something like that.
Okay, that's not bad.
And oh no. But it's not an AI. What it is a platform that matches your needs to the AI model. And then it also has additional tool sets that links to that so that you don't have like basically it's like if you were trying to set up your own workflow, right? It does all that for you. And so like you can select like if for example some of the options here. Let's say you're going to learn. Let me put a
Okay,
video. So
I will take
here's
this back.
emission.
I was like, can you code me a game of tic tac toe in Python? I made it in about 10 seconds. I have to say that's pretty
Yeah,
fast. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Now which AI is that? Which model?
Deep AI.
Okay, deep AI. Okay, I'm gonna pull that out. Yeah, some of the vibe coding stuff. I mean, once again, I would never trust vibe coding. But what is cool about that is once again, when you're really stuck, right? Because everyone thinks of it like, oh, well, I can just do this and the AI will do it for me. And then you have the other guy. That's stupid. That'll never work because AI isn't going to account for this or account for that. Like, yeah, you guys are both doing it wrong, man. Like you're coding. And how many times have I said you code yourself into a hole building edge cases, and then you step away for a while, you walk back, and you're like, okay, I just wasted 2 days because now that I had a chance to walk away and come back, I realized it's 3 lines. 3 lines is what I needed, right? That's where
Right.
something like deep AI comes in. Like, hey man, look at my code, fix this, and they're like, no problem, boom.
Yeah, that would definitely come in handy, and it'd be great for formatting.
Well, see that same concept, and the reason why I say that is because that same concept is what I'm doing using Gemini for my game book, right? I'll be like, hey Gemini, I'm like, here's my chapter, help me fix up this paragraph because it's a little longer or wordier than I want it to be, and I'll be like, okay, well you can do it like this, and sure enough, 9 times out of 10, it can get me 10-15% reduction in my paragraph size without messing with my stuff. Okay, that's cool. So then by the end of the chapter, I'm 10-15% shorter of a chapter than I was when I wrote it. Okay. Then I can go through and be like, okay, while we're at it, look at this. Do you see any problems with this? And it'll be like, yeah, I've noticed that because of the way this is set up, then around level 5, the curve changes to this. Is that what you were intending? That kind of stuff. And I'm like, dude, it's like having a really good buddy go over all your work,
Right. Um. Okay, this isn't working so good. I was like, I want a visual one, so they did it in tkinter, and the first thing it did is give me a uh, import tkinter as tk, and from tkinter import message box, which was what it was supposed to do. But it
Uh-huh.
said it gave me an error trace back.
Okay.
It says it's invalid syntax, which means it'll use Python 3 or
Are you using what are you using? Are you using Python 2 still?
no. I was just using their one that they have on their website. Actually, it's using live
Oh no, no.
codes.
Yeah, no. The problem is, they probably don't have that actually exposed on their website because they don't have a good interface for it. Technically, I've seen some kind of bridge product what do they call it, like Wasm or something? No, is that not Wasm? What the hell is it called? The right WebAssembly, right? Yeah, Wasm. I think there's something for that can launch something like that, but for the most part, you're not going to get graphical out of it. Now, if you do it local, if you test it on yours or something like that where it can expose where you can have that library installed and it can actually call the graphics, then you should be fine.
We're actually going to do it in PHP just because I want to see how.
Okay, now that's a smart move, yeah.
Yeah.
Because say, all right, bro, I hate to do this to you because it looks like you have absolutely no friends, and even the people that you pay to be there on your podcast won't show
I
up.
know they don't
But
love me.
but I am hopping off here.
Oh
Say.
my God, you were like a few minutes late. You should at least give me 6 minutes.
Say no. I was actually 1 minute on time. And then
No, no,
I
no, no. You asked for the code 1 minute on time. You didn't
right.
pop in till 1 minute after, but
Okay. Well, you can berate me for 45 more seconds.
I can break. Oh, right, sweet. I get a lot done in that kind of time.
So, but no, that sucks though. You need to yell at everyone because they should at least be coming in and filling the thing. Otherwise, it's going to be dead air. You know.
Yep. Gave the same issue.
So,
Came in another parse error. It's like
uh,
they use an old code or something.
oh, weird. Hey, if you want, shoot me it and like shoot me that code at some point. I'll actually. It's been a while, but I could probably figure out what the hell's going on with it.
Oh, it probably would
Not.
run shit off a
I know.
PHP page, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
like
sorry. I meant the Python one. I'm not messing with
oh,
PHP. I'm lazy.
you lazy
I don't really do.
bastard.
Yeah, I only do certain things in
uh,
PHP,
I will give
and
you
then
the code for the or the website. So okay,
okay, cool.
let's
But
try a different one. What programming language should we use now?
say always C# just because of it's so well documented. Like even if you hate C# for Microsoft or anything, you have to love how documented that thing is.
Using
And
system.
then you just
You got the tic-tac-toe class.
I like it.
All right. Okay, we're gonna run it.
Paste it into Notepad. Say, oh, okay.
Classic. Oh, that's together. Okay.
That's it. Did it? If it didn't run, paste
Hold
it
on,
into.
hold on. I think it's working. It's working.
Okay.
Hasn't given me errors yet. Let's see.
Silent fail.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
But here, if you get back around to it, on that one, the C#, the reason why I had C# is just because I can do this for you off the top of my head. Save it as a CS file, command prompt into that, and then you just do this.
Oh, it says WASM.
Yeah, that's what I told you. WASM. I told you that's what they would have to use to bridge it. But WASM is awesome. Let's see here. Give me a second. There you go. I sent you the I sent you what you would actually type in to compile it. And although except I typed it as a CSC, I meant as CS. Yeah. But so you can do that.
Okay, hold on.
What'd you break?
I think I froze my. We probably shouldn't do that while I'm on the stream because it takes all the resources from it and everything slows down. But yeah, I'll send it back to you. But
all right, but there you go. I just sent you the compilation command. So if you save it and then you just CMD to it, and then you can basically run that, and that'll build it straight off of that file, and then that way you can test it local. That was why I had to do C#. It's because it's already in place.
You sent it to me twice. Is there a particular reason, or?
That's because the first time I accidentally typed CSC, and I can't edit this. Your source code is going to be a CS, not a CSC. CSC is the compiler. That's all.
Okay. Okay. I get you on the file names. I was just trying to see where it's like. Where's Waldo? Where's the missing thing? I was like, where's it at there?
Yeah.
CSC. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm hopping off here. It's been fun talking to you.
Here. Yell at your son.
Yes, please.
He's supposed to be here at 8. When he says he gives his word, he needs to be here.
Be like, what is your work ethic like, child? Say,
sucks.
All right, bro.
All right, you take it easy, brother.
Right. Later on. Bye.
I bet he's under that pile. What's our own baby boy? I love you so much. So much. Okay, I gotta see if Tweedledum's gonna come. I love you too. Wednesday, baby, Wednesday. You can use my phone, baby. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't mean that he's gonna have your phone as soon as he gets it too. Just putting that out there. All right, hold on. I believe him. You did. You did. Okay. You be on my stream. I know you get all the ladies up, but I don't want to do to be like suddenly the thing would just fill up with women and be like, because you're so cute. That'd be cute too. Okay, it's just me, guys, because everybody sucks today. Sure. Why don't you come over and sit by me? At least have somebody to talk to till. Just put that over there and you can sit beside me. They're going to force us to have sex on stream just to get viewers. You never know. Like, check this out. This is what we were talking about. Like, they're building new Sega games. Yeah, but they're like all original Sega games. Like, all right, look here. Like, here goes. See, on actual Sega cartridges, so you can play like an old style and different stuff like that. Like, that's pretty badass. And that's what we're trying to like warp into retro futuristic mayhem.
AI Mega Man battle bots? Hold on, that was a message you sent me yesterday. Judging
Yeah.
AI Mega Man battle bots?
Yes, that's what we were doing.
How does that? What is this like on a website? What do
Well,
you
we
mean
were watching.
battle bots?
Okay, like they were on YouTube and they
Mhm.
were AI driven, so they'd be like Mega Man versus all the characters individually versus Bowser, or all the characters against each other, just like different battles. It's pretty cool. I'll show you real quick. Hold on.
I'm getting like a bunch of results for it, but it says stuff like Mega Man's Challenge versus Robot Masters. It doesn't mention like, so I'm not finding the right one. I gotta see it. I imagine that this was something Alistair started.
Nope, something I started.
No, okay. It felt so much like Alistair's Alley.
But yeah, I mean, your dad, you just missed him. We were discussing.
I did.
Yeah, because you don't give a fuck about that, dude. That's twice you missed him.
No, it's like the third or fourth time. And I specifically like scheduled it with him for this time, but then Damon needed to go.
He's always going to come at 7, so you're going to have to be in at 7 if you want that to happen. I can promise you that because every time he's been here at 7 and he's off by 8.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I shot him a message.
All right. I'm going to share this one with you. This is just a sample of it. It's not the best one. But
you can show it on the stream?
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, it is the first Robot Masters one. Okay, so I did
different ones. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. Oh, the name of the.
Yeah, so I found the right video. I just didn't realize that was the one.
But like they do AI against different ones, and then they got ones against robots against themselves, robots against other robots, 2-on-1 robots, battle royales, the whole deal. It's pretty fun.
That seems pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Mega Man's getting his ass kicked though right away.
He loses a lot. The only one who loses more than him is poor Snake Man. We found that out. He sucks at everything, and he's lost every single battle ever. Like any of the AI battles, he loses every single time. So don't use Snake Man. Yeah, Snake Man from Mega Man 3.
Okay. I don't really know my Mega Mans. Mega Man's one of those games that I didn't play growing up, and I know very little about, so I just make fun of it most of the time.
Hold on 1 second. I got to pee, so.
Okay. I got to take my shoes off. Mega Man versus, I don't even know who this guy is. Helicopter Man? It's got to be. He's got like propeller shoulders and arm cannons. Ooh, a Mega Man W Quick Man. He just got like boomerangs, that's it. He's Australian, that's his gimmick.
Why are your hands like icy? It's like 95 degrees. It's not. I don't, but it's not cold.
Is Quick Man's whole gimmick really just being Australian?
Why would you say he's Australian?
He started throwing boomerangs.
Oh.
And that's like an Australian stereotype. Which I don't even know if that's like a real thing that comes from there.
I don't even know. That's a good question.
Let me look up Australian boomerang. Ah, it's an Aboriginal thing. The Australian Aboriginal boomerang is an ancient aerodynamic wood tool and cultural symbol. Oh, so it's not even a stereotype. It's considered a cultural symbol. So that would be calling it a stereotype, like calling Americans being represented by cheeseburgers a stereotype. It's not really a stereotype at that point, I guess.
The First Peoples.
The First Peoples?
That's what they call them, First Peoples.
The Aboriginal? Yeah. I was wondering that because it was always like a unique.
And title. I don't know how they could do that. Like, you know,
they
because
determined that one?
You don't know. They might have killed off a whole bunch of motherfuckers that were the First Peoples. And I'm pretty sure that Homo sapiens killed off Cro-Magnon man and shit like that. I'm saying like they were here first. I'm sure they were having those arguments like we have today. Be like, oh, we were living here first, bitch, before you were even thought of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's fair. I guess there is no way of knowing for sure. Aboriginal, with it being, it says it dates back to 60,000 years. I don't imagine there's a whole lot of like texts or scriptures.
They could be like Homo habilis, bitch, in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
They could be like what?
Homo habilis, bitch, in the house. Like, you know.
Which one's Homo habilis?
Yeah, I think it's the first one.
Oh yeah, this is what they show in like Dawn of the Apes and like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah. Which
it's like the first monkey people or whatever.
Yeah, like the ones that discovered fire that they show in like sci-fi movies. It literally refers
Yeah.
to as Homo habilis just means handyman.
From about
Apparently,
2.4 million years ago. I mean, that's what the word means, but
yeah,
because he used tools.
it makes sense. I just thought it was interesting.
But those motherfuckers come around, and then the Homo dingers or whatever come around, and they're like,
Hmm.
"Fuck you, Homo habilis," and then the Homo sapiens like, "Fuck you, dingers."
Yeah, I guess there had to have been periods where there was overlap, like when they first like generate into the next Homo, whatever.
But yeah, uh,
There probably was like conflict over that. But that's so far long ago.
but like,
There's no way, there's no like trackable information past like carbon dating and stuff. I guess.
I mean, you can ask them. We're gonna
Ask
create one and ask them.
ask Homo habilis
Yeah, you don't know.
to create one. Can we do that?
No, not to create one. Just ask them if they were the first one. You said, are they the first ones? We don't know.
I don't know, and I can't ask a Homo habilis. Do they exist anymore?
I don't know.
As far as I'm aware, it doesn't seem like it.
How would you know? Because motherfuckers live in the trees. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess
Like,
that's fair. I just imagine like people would have known if they were just out and about. I don't know. Maybe if it's like one of those. I think the Appalachians are considered partially like not fully discovered or ventured.
they're like, hey, Homo erectus.
I guess we could hit like maybe there's one like encased in amber somewhere in a cave that like people don't go to, like it's Jurassic Park.
Okay, like, we'll take Homo habilis, and then there was
Mhm.
4 different ones, like Homo denizens and modern humans, Neanderthals, uh, Homo lucensis, and Homo flores man or Hobbit man. But yeah,
The
so
what man?
Hobbit man.
Wait a second, I've never heard about this. Yeah,
What?
I didn't know we had like a stage of evolution called the Hobbit.
Yeah.
Small archaic humans that inhabited the island of Flores, Indonesia.
Yeah.
What are pygmies? What's a
Well,
pygmy?
I mean, it's a rattlesnake, but
Okay, it is also a group of people. I was gonna say I've heard of pygmy people before, but I didn't really know. Oh, they're small people, like small humans in Greek mythology. But then there's an actual group of pygmies,
yeah. Well,
or
like
a
they're
group of
eating
people called
dwarfish person.
pygmies.
But we don't know if that's malnutrition or like they might have grown taller. You know what
That's
I'm
true.
saying?
I'm looking at
Um,
pictures. They seem like. Oh no, they are short. Okay, now I see a comparison. Whoa.
yeah.
Or at least in that picture, they're short. They look normal height in the other pictures. They don't look particularly short, except in the one. There's one like black and white photo from 1921.
But yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like they definitely like um and the thing is like uh oh yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and yell at you on stream. I'm gonna yell at you.
That's fair. You know what? I kind of earned it in this case. Go ahead.
Yeah, you need to show up more.
Yes,
Like it's
I
important.
do.
Like it's only 2 hours a day, and it's not like it's during the evening after work. It's not like you can't eat a bagel or whatever. Eat a pizza or like what you're fucking doing it.
Mm.
And
I
even if
do
you
have
just,
some food here. I did make some food earlier before
but you know what I'm saying,
so I
like,
had it available to eat.
and it's not like you're doing anything different than you would be doing off stream. You literally be googling shit right now.
You're not wrong. I'd be googling stuff, or I'd be playing some kind of like time waster, like
But the
grinding
main
game.
thing is coordinate with me. Even if you're like, hey, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be on Friday or something, just let me know. Don't bail on me. And don't not
I
answer me.
don't.
That
I
that
don't mean to. Like I did see the message. I don't know. I have really bad habits with that because I did that with Johnny too. It's like yesterday I was like, Johnny, you should come over tomorrow at like early in the day, so like well before like the stream. And then he like asked me a question, and then I never checked my TikTok again. And it's not even like I don't know. I lose track of.
yeah, it's just
I don't
you
know. I
just
lose
don't
track
make
of
it a
things in
priority,
time.
which means you need to fucking make it a priority.
All right. Priority number. Well, hold on. How high of a priority? Because like I feel like food should be way up there.
Don't be a smart ass.
Okay, you're right.
But yeah, just
You did call me out on it.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, just make it a priority. You know what I'm saying?
I do feel like because we agreed to like 7 o'clock at one point. I do think for work days that's going to be a little more strenuous.
I've
Well,
been holding off till 8 anyway.
that's true.
But
That's true.
the only reason I do 7 is when your dad comes because he cannot do it any other time.
Yeah,
So.
and that one especially, I should have been on
and
for.
you know what I'm saying? Like me and him talk for an hour anyway, and then you hop on, which is fine tonight. But like other nights, like the other night, you needed to let me know. Like let's. It's
That
not
wasn't-
fair to me. Yeah,
You're right, because like mom had that thing like planned already, and I could have let you know the day that like she informed me of it, and then I didn't.
Sure. I mean, just put a fucking something in your Google Calendar or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. But
I've never really set up a Google Calendar.
my point being, I don't care what you do. The point is that
Well,
all right, I'm
my
here
point
every
was I'll
day.
look into
Every
it.
day. I only
Yeah.
missed one day, and that's because literally nobody showed up. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If nobody else is going to show up, I'm not going to show up either. So I skipped that
That's
day.
fair.
But that was only like because every single person bailed on me. Oh, I can't because I'm like, you can. It's not that hard. And I do it with my kids here. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we have some sort of rules where you're
That's
like,
true.
you gotta be quiet, blah blah blah. You just shut up, mute your mic. When
It's
your kids
just me
are
and
around.
it's just me and David here, so I can be as loud as like we need, or I can like I don't have people that are gonna come over and knock on my door every 30 seconds and be like, "Hey, can I have a granola bar?" Or, I don't know, whatever kids ask for.
But even when they, you know what I'm saying, like it's not that hard to maintain it. You know what I'm saying, like
That's true.
well, because we don't have real rules or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like establish anything like that. But yeah, so yeah, stop being
Okay.
a bitch. And
I've got
man
it.
up.
I've got it. Don't worry. Hold on. I'm putting Riverside on my Google Calendar. Apparently, I did already have a Google Calendar made, and it does because I forgot the synth.
Does it send to your
hangout.
phone? Like notify you?
Yes, it does, and I forgot that's like why it goes to my phone.
Yeah, because that's all we're asking for is like that. You know what I'm saying? That'll work. But yeah,
Okay, I've got reminders set for 7 o'clock each day.
Okay.
I'm with Gabriel. Raspberry.
Yeah. He's
You got a
raspberrying
point.
you, so.
Raspberrying me? Oh, okay, out of spite.
Out of spite, yeah.
Should have been on sooner, Cayden. That's him.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm gonna leave like the synth hangout. Okay. So we're on now. I mean, I feel like you guys must have already.
Already what?
For the AI Mega Man's challenge thing. I don't know. Oh, I see Bowser now.
Yeah, like I said, when I say they're battle
Wow.
fights, they have all kinds of fights like that.
Yeah, I thought even like with you mentioning that for some reason, as I was like watching some of the fights, I thought it was just gonna be all Mega Man bosses.
Bowser wins.
Holy!
Mega Man fell in the pit first.
AI Mega Man messed that up, and that's crazy to me because like tool assisted speedrun's already a thing. I'm a little surprised that like Mega Man's struggling.
They got AI. No, they got AI speedruns now. He's just a weak character, like he is in all like a lot of the lost.
I feel like I'm seeing like a lot of mistakes from the AI. Like just from treating the fire.
The truth is that AI is a practice thing. Like the more times you run it through, the practice it gets.
That's true.
It's better at each fight. You know what I'm saying?
So if that's their first run through, that's probably it's not going to do particularly well.
Okay.
Or they're not going to perform super well.
But yeah,
there's some crazy Mega Man characters too. What is that purple mushroom guy? Yeah, him. Before Bowser.
That guy I don't even know. That's Woodman, Fireman, Electric Man, Mega Man, Crash Man, Airman,
Iceman.
Iceman.
That's not even Iceman. That's just one of the ice climbers from like Smash Bros.
No, he's Iceman. Literally Iceman.
I don't know. I think Marvel's got a real Iceman. This guy is just dressed for winter.
Then you got Tomahawk Man, got Metal Man, Guts Man, Cut Man. I don't know who that guy is.
Machine Man,
Quick Man, Flash Man, Blizzard Man, Centaur Man. You know what I'm saying? And
they got Blizzard Man and Iceman.
Yeah,
I guess for different games.
That's like Mega Man 5 or 6 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But the point is that yeah, they do.
I'm sure Mega Man still like Capcom like still makes Mega Man games.
Well, yeah, but I mean like All I can say is thank God what's his name was on the other night because he helped me out. I mean him. And then we discussed something he wanted to discuss with you, but you weren't available, and that was the Epstein file shit.
Wait, who was on?
Brian,
Oh, okay.
he's been on a lot more than you.
Yes.
I was pointing out. I was like, you actually missed. I think he's only missed one less day than you, but I was like, he's actually
Is that
missed less
right?
day than you.
No, because there were a couple times I was on and he didn't show up because he was like at work or, no, there were some days he didn't show up that I was on for. So it had to have been more than one.
You missed 4 days
Yes,
total.
that does sound right.
And
I do
he's
believe it's
missed
4
like
days total.
3 days.
Oh, one less day than me. Not he's missed 1 day. Okay.
I said he's missed one less day than you. That's what I said.
I misunderstood.
Don't
I
listen.
misheard. My bad. I was
No,
too busy.
you just don't listen.
I mean, that's true as well, but I'm also like, I'm trying to look at the Epstein files on the justice.gov site because you did mention that, and
Yeah, well, he's already got them downloaded and everything like that. Like we were discussing.
all 3 million.
Not all. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, downloading 3 million files isn't nothing, especially when they're text files. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, okay. They did text files.
well, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
That is better. They didn't do text files like before.
No,
they
I'm
did,
talking about even if they do PDFs or anything else. The point is
Mhm.
that it's not music. It's not videos here. We're downloading text, and
That's
you
true.
could download. You download fucking 20 gig in an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just surprised you already had them downloaded because
I
this
don't
this
even
came
know he
out
has them
today, didn't
downloaded
it?
or just. I don't. Yeah, well, I don't know if he just has them downloaded or if he has them, like pinned or whatever. But like,
Pin would make sense too because you can just pull up the site.
sure. But the point is that he was already ready to dig into him that first night, yesterday.
I think if he hops on tonight, like I could say that for a few hops on, but there's a bunch of names I'm not aware of, like that I'm seeing listed by like PBS for the new files.
Right.
Sarah
Yeah.
Ferguson, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, Elon Musk. Oh, that's right. Email exchanges from 2012. No, that does look pretty bad on Elon Musk. Because I was like, I know he like started talking about like Epstein once him and Trump like got kind of close, and then they had like a falling out. Yeah, so Elon Musk is in the files, and he also like claimed Trump was guilty in the files before like the files released. That doesn't look good on either of them.
Yeah, but that's like that was here's the problem. If he claimed it in 1995, I would agree with you. If he claimed it in once everybody was pissed at,
Once the files were already like a big
right, because all this stuff, all these claims are from basically 2015 on, and that's the issue. Like, hey, we're going to take Trump out because he was Republicans, and now but
yeah,
damn well they were good buddies back in the day.
And I guess you could say that still goes either way for Musk because it does say Musk has email exchanges.
Musk is probably not really. I mean, he may be mentioned in there, but you got to remember when Musk, like when this stuff was going on, Musk was like fucking 18, 17.
Is he really that young?
He's 52, 53, something like that.
When this stuff was going on, well, that. Yeah, that's true.
In
like
the 90s, yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in college during that time. I don't think he came out of college till like 2008 or something.
Most of the information I'm seeing here like starts with 2011 is where like they find the information from. With the only exception is Bill Clinton, and he's like the only one who's consistently been like before 2010 mentioned.
Well,
with
I mean, technically they're all because some things mentioned because he was talking about some of the stuff mentions back into the 80s. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, that's definitely it's kind of and I don't mean, but it's kind of bullshit, in that
Which part?
The like, do I think Trump's in there? Absolutely. Do I think everybody's in there? Absolutely. Bill Gates, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Do I think they're culpable? That's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, he's in the files. I'm like, yes, but is he culpable in the files?
That's a fair distinction.
No, that's the only distinction. I mean, you could have took a picture with him, the guy fucking 25 years ago. That doesn't mean shit about you. You know what I'm saying? Like you could literally be like, hey, he's holding me as a baby. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. Back in 2000,
Yeah.
Nobody knew he was a fucking creeper till like 2006, 2008, something like that.
Which even then, like it wasn't like publicly known because like that he sold. He was like he was well known in like some circles at the time, but mostly with like New York. Epstein, I don't feel like really hit as like a household name till he was busted in 2016. So 2006, like yeah, like nobody really.
Right. He was kind of like a man in the shadows type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then of course all the he was taking pictures with all the big wigs because he's a fucking billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like Elon Musk has billions of pictures.
Although one thing that was weird with it is like he would surprise people with the pictures is my understanding. So like the one with the picture with him and Donald Trump didn't know he was gonna take that picture of him. And that apparently was like a normal thing that he did.
Yeah,
or
but
rather I think
probably
he did
like,
regularly.
you know, they're probably like, oh, there's crazy Epstein over there. Let's go fucking, let's go take a picture with him real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know.
I feel you.
And then of course everybody smiles in the picture because it's a fucking picture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But
It'd
yeah,
be rude not to, especially if you're at like a fancy event. Because like even I, as much as I'm like the least fancy
look at all the
probably
people. Look at all the people that think Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein. He was think more times than God in the Emmys or the movie with the Academy Awards or whatever. Blah blah blah. Like he was think more. They literally they think Weinstein more than they did thank God. In that's how many times he got thanked.
That's wild. I wasn't really familiar with Weinstein. Like I've heard the name before. Apparently, he has something to do with like the Lord of the Rings movies, Django Unchained, Good Will Hunting,
Oh
Kill
yeah,
Bill.
he had money and everything because like you know, even Pulp Fiction was a Weinstein Brothers movie because they're financiers.
Too.
You know what I'm saying? You know they're financiers, so they
Yeah.
You know when you have billions of dollars, that's what you are. You're a financier for shit. You know what I'm saying? But nobody knew he was secretly going around raping bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody knew that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess the women that got raped did, but like, you know, if you were Joe Schmo, you know what I'm saying? Say you were, you know, John Travolta or something like that.
Oh
From
yeah,
one
John
of his
Travolta.
movies. Yeah, he was in a Harvey Weinstein movie, but you didn't know anything about what the fuck he was doing at the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true. There was a thing with John Travolta too, wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean like
oh boy, he does not look anything like he used to look like.
Who, Harvey Weinstein? He's like
no, John Travolta.
It's the same as him. He's like fucking.
He's way older, but he's like bald now. He doesn't even look like the same dude like that I remember from Pulp Fiction. Or that other one. What the hell's the other one that John Travolta, Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, like Harvey Weinstein is like 73 years old.
One.
John Travolta's close to that.
Oh yeah, no, he is 71 now. That's crazy, but I guess that makes sense. That's an older movie, and he was already like about middle age.
It was only 1954. You know what I'm saying? No offense. I mean, granted, I know the Karate Kid looks great, but you know it's unusual. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is he in the Karate Kid? Oh, he was a bad guy in the second one, right?
No. John Travolta wasn't. The point was that he looks good even now. He's like 60 something, still looks good as fuck. Like he just aged really, really well. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
You know, that was the point I was on the other day. But you know, John Travolta, he don't look like that. He looks like he's 71-year-old. Even Johnny Depp's looking like that. Johnny Depp's looking.
Look at it. He even for 71, he doesn't really look 71. Like he looks like 40s, 50s, but with like a graying
Johnny
beard.
Depp,
John Travolta.
Yeah,
but yeah, Johnny Depp also. He
62. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He's as old as your grandmother. Like, you know,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but he doesn't look 62. He looks younger than that. But I mean, that makes sense. If you're an actor and your whole thing is like appearances, you
got fucking plastic surgery at your disposal and Botox and everything else. Like, and I'm sure he uses that stuff. I'm sure they all do. You know what I'm saying?
And like top tier like makeup artists for like the majority of those films because they're well funded. So like that might not even be like what they look like when they wake up in the morning. It might just be what they look like before they like go out and like paparazzi.
I'm sure they got fucking hairdressers that come to their house and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they look good at all times because they're Hollywood celebrities. It's very rare that they don't look good.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But the point is that, you know, just because somebody's, you know what I'm saying, you know, like, hell, I'll find an example of that. Like, there was a guy that used to work at ABC Demolition with us, you know.
ABC
His name
Demolition?
was Gruber, huh?
ABC Demolition? I'm not too familiar with what that is. Which I guess doesn't really matter. It was just a place you worked at and Gruber worked at.
It was a demo company. like they did demolition so that people could rebuild construction
All right,
and
it's like big building cranes
yeah,
knocking wrecking balls.
sure, different shit like that. But the point is that there was a guy that worked there, and he's in prison for life now. But his name was Groover, and he seemed like a nice enough guy at work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think he was a fucking child rapist. That's
Mm-hmm.
what he got convicted of was child rape. Child rape. Like, oh, like 9-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
holy fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like they got it on camera with pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, holy fuck. Like, I was just standing next to that guy the other day. And like I said, and we come in on Monday, and Carl's like, dude, did you hear what happened to Groover? I was like, no, what happened? And he's like, he explains to me, and I was like, holy shit. But yeah, I never dreamed of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the guy's a
Yeah.
fucking drug addict and shady fucking guy, but
Yeah, you like
child
there's
rapist,
oddities
I
with
did
them, but
not think,
and that makes sense. Like,
And
because
he
they
even
don't
had like
exactly like walk around wearing a shirt that like says that's what they are. So like,
sure, and he was known for like looking at like donkey porn on fucking the computers. And I thought that was
he was
weird, but I
known
didn't
for it.
like we used to joke about him looking at fucking donkey porn and stuff, like you know what I'm
I
saying.
gotcha.
But I never dreamed he'd be looking at fucking child porn. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, donkey porn's weird, but it ain't gonna hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? Or at least everybody in the thing's a consenting adult.
Well, aside from the
I wouldn't
donkey, I
personally
guess.
watch it, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is, you're talking about a child rapist. That's a whole fucking different deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like But anyway, so
But yeah,
you never
that's the
know
thing to
who's,
find.
and
Yeah.
that's why I said if there's definitive stuff in there, I'd be outraged about it. But the problem is there isn't any real definitive stuff in there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like just because they don't typically launch investigations into like FBI investigations without like reasonable suspicion. I guess I guess it's not entirely true because the FBI they did also like counter investigate themselves with their recent like Arctic frost investigation where they're like
Okay,
that
that's just
investigation
to
was
make one
investigation
cup.
into themselves.
If you want to make one cup, but if you want to make a whole pot, you can make a whole pot out of it. Just put 2 scoops or whatever, like two. Sorry, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. But the point is that you know, like it's impossible to know. I mean, like we talk with confidence with our friends. Like, okay, um, you don't know. Like, and I'm not trying to say anything, but any one of our friends that comes on here could be a child pedophile. We just don't know. It's too secretive. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
is possible. That's true.
you know, like I'm pretty confident you're not, and I'm pretty confident in saying, but
Yeah.
let's
There's
say
always you can't
sure,
like because you're not around a person all the time. There's
sure,
no surefire way to know.
you know.
I guess like you just want to assume the best for them, but I don't know
Well,
when it
you do
comes to
assume the
like
best. I mean,
big names.
like
When I hear about it, I have like the inverse where I assume.
the worst in them.
Yeah, I assume the worst just because I guess partially because I don't know them, so I don't have any reason to be like I hope that that's not the case. Instead, I'm like
Sure,
I
it's
hope
like
that if that is the case, that there's like follow up.
because like if it was just like a guy on the news that got busted, everybody would be ripping the shreds out of him. Nobody would be defending that fucker.
That's true.
Um,
Yeah, if it was
Trump's
just some
defended
stranger.
because people like him. Trump's hated because Trump's because people hate him. But
Mhm.
he has likers and haters. But
And that
nobody's
kinda
actually looking at it fucking objectively. Like what I'm saying. Like
well, it's hard to because like any information we get from like the government, there's always that like percentile of doubt again, where it's like,
yeah, but that's true forever. It's always been true forever and always. Like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're still trying to get JFK files that's been around since JFK's been dead for fucking 67 years or something like that. There's nobody even
yeah,
alive during that, you know what I'm saying, stuff left. Yet here we are, you know what I'm saying? Most of the people that were alive during that day are dead today. You know what I'm saying? There's very few that are alive.
yeah. Because that's
Because
60
if
years.
you were 20
Anybody
years
who is
old
a
and
cognizant adult,
63, that's 20 years older than my parents. That would make you 86.
you'd be 80. And
Yeah.
like some people make it 86, but not everybody. Most people
No,
don't.
actually, most people don't. Like 1 or 2% of the population make it to 80, to 80.
I imagine the majority would get to 60 is like the
Mhm.
most.
Yeah, 60. 60 is
Okay.
the average where it shifts off and people start dying at kind of a rapid rate. Every few years, you have somebody that you know that died. Even now, though, like I'm like, oh wow, he died. That sucks. I found a girl that died. She died. She was only 33, and I was like, wow, she really died. That's sad. And that was a girl I knew. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was like, she's only 33. You know what I'm saying? Like this just
Yeah.
happened the other day. I was
That's
like,
too
I didn't know
young.
she died like 2 years ago. She had a heart attack. She was a heavyset girl. But the point is, you're always risking that. But like, whatever. I just don't read too much into any of it because everyone's like, "Oh, you don't care." I'm like, "I do care. I just want to know the facts, and I don't care about the other bullshit."
Well,
You
that's
know,
the thing. Is like,
everybody should
what?
sell you a narrative and just that is just stating what happened. Don't let me decide for myself whether it's good or bad. I'm pretty sure if Donald Trump raped somebody, actually they have proof that he actually raped somebody. Like, oh, what a scumbag. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if this is like your uncle Tommy. I'll be like, all right, Tommy's dead to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Uncle Tommy.
yeah.
That's like a Huckleberry Finn thing, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
That's the specific name, Uncle Tom. I
Uncle
think
Tom's.
so.
Oh no, you're talking about Uncle Tom's Cabin. That's different.
Oh, that's the song.
No, the song's based on the book Uncle Tom's Cabin, which
Is
was
that?
about a slave and blah blah blah.
Oh, for some reason I thought like Uncle Tom had some correlation to like Huckleberry Finn or Tom Sawyer. I don't know. I guess just because I think the concept in Uncle Tom's Cabin is like they find a dead body there, and I think in Huckleberry Finn that's like how that starts too.
And I agree, but like
Maybe I'm forgetting that, but yeah. But the only thing is like with that, like at what point do you consider the information you're given as fact, and at what point do you consider do you do the just it's whatever we don't know?
most things are going to end up being whatever we don't know because you can't dwell too much on it. You just can't get enough information to make a affirmative decision on it. Like the JFK files. I have my own theories, and I'll leave it at that because there's no fucking no way to know. There's never, they're never just like the Epstein files. They're never gonna blow something out of the water. If that information would blow them out of the water, that shit would have been released a long time ago. Especially when he was trying to run for president, he would have shot off, been ashamed, and never would have fucking come back to it again. But that didn't happen. And they've been sitting on these files for a very, very long time.
Yeah,
Both
and that's like
sides.
the biggest thing that does like give very little credence to be confident in anything. So I was gonna say like Elon Musk is now like stated as being in the files. That's being stated by like the government, but at the same time, Elon Musk was
Okay,
anti-Trump. So
sure.
like regardless of whether he or Donald are in the files, like it could just be Elon Musk blowing air and like trying to defame Trump, and it
Yeah.
could be the government being like, well, we don't like the way Elon Musk has been acting, all
Well,
accusatory. Let's put
like I
his name in
said,
the files. It could
he's
be either
relatively
way.
young, so he's only like 6 years older than me or 8 years older than me.
Yeah, that's young, but from what I understand, it was still like a thing that was ongoing with Epstein himself. Like Epstein
Yeah,
himself
but
still had some
like
cases around the time he
in
was
the
involved.
'90s, he would have been a teenager in part of the '90s, and then by 2000, he would have been just 20 at college. You know what I'm saying? Like going to college. Nobody knew who the fuck Elon Musk was until like 2006, 2008 when he
Yeah,
pumped out in his 30s and started
and even then,
making.
I didn't know who he was till like another 10 years after that.
Yeah, probably closer to 2010,
2018,
20. You know,
I didn't even know
basically
hear his name
when he
until
started
like in
launching.
2010s.
Yeah, I think 2014 when he started launching Tesla and started launching what's it called
There's like space
Tesla and
exploration stuff.
SpaceX. That's
SpaceX,
where he
yes.
really got famous was Tesla and SpaceX. Before that, nobody knew fucking who he was. And like I said, no offense, but I doubt you're inviting a little 20-year-old kid that isn't a billionaire at the time to your fucking mansion. You know what I'm saying? I can understand why you invite the high millionaires and big billionaires and the political influencers and stuff like that because that's what you want is political influence. You're you know greasing contracts and shit like that. You want somebody like a celebrity like Donald Trump because it's. But to be like
Big
Elon
name,
Musk,
big
I'm like,
money.
yeah, I'm like Elon Musk was nobody back then. He might have had $1 million because his family was rich, but in America we have fucking what ten
Is
thousand millionaires. They mean nothing.
is Musk the richest person in the U.S. now? I thought
Now
it
he
was still
is.
Jeff Bezos.
Nope, he's way beyond
Those are my
Bezos.
jokes.
To be fair, Bezos was neck and neck with him until he got divorced and he lost half his shit to his wife. So,
Ooh, that's right. That's like the last thing I heard about Bezos before. I think he funded one of the Katy Perry space like
but he's
zero
got it
gravity
like,
thing.
every one of them. He's got his own Amazon. He's got his own SpaceX. He's got his his own same shit that Elon Musk has. That all the rich
Mhm.
people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Which you'd have to. I feel like that's the only way you can, like, in any fashion, get to that kind of wealth. Is it has to be like through a company of some sort. I don't think there's like any other method to acquire that kind of like net
well,
worth.
as of January 2026, he's worth $450 billion, and Bezos is like number 5 in that list. He used to be like number 2 in the list. Like you said, he literally lost half his fortune to, um,
Through that divorce.
yeah, and you got Steve Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer.
Yeah, he actually owns Microsoft. Well, he owns half of Microsoft or whatever. He's Bill Gates' partner that people hardly ever talk about. He
Yeah, I've
actually is
never.
worth
I knew
more
Steve.
now than, and then Michael Dell, Warren Buffett, Jim
No,
Walden.
Michael Dell is. Does he have anything to do with Dell Computer
Yeah, he's
Company?
Dell. He's Dell Technologies. That's who
That's
Michael Dell
wild.
is. You didn't know that was his last name?
No, well, I
No.
realized it once you said the name. I've never even heard of the guy behind like Dell before. I was just like, yeah, it's a computer. It's like I've got a Dell monitor.
And then you got the ones that are basically Google. Sergey Brin, Larry Ellison from Oracle. He's number 3. Larry Page from is number 2 and 4 are um, from Alphabet. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they're both. Alphabet is Google. Just like
What is it? How do you spell that? Alphabet?
Alphabet, like
Oh,
Alphabet.
straight up.
Yeah. They changed their names. Like when Mark Zuckerberg changed his to Meta, they kind of changed theirs from Google to Alphabet. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point there, and then number 10 is Jim Walden, which is like worth $135 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like but
That's
the point
crazy.
is,
Those seem like they would be household names, but those are like people I don't recall ever hearing
but
about.
yeah, Elon Musk didn't get really wealthy until about 2012 when he sold um what the fuck's that company called? PayPal.
Elon Musk
Uh,
sold PayPal?
huh?
Wait, who sold PayPal?
Musk used to own PayPal.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
what? No.
Oh.
You get Tesla, SpaceX, and PayPal.
Yeah.
How did you like
I'm sorry.
acquire these? Did he like make any of these companies or?
I mean, he mostly picked them up as small companies and made them what they are today. Obviously,
Okay.
Tesla wasn't nothing in 2010, 2009, whatever. They made Teslas, but they weren't. And now Tesla's worth $450 billion. Like big difference. You know what I'm saying? Um, Same with like, um, you know, there was a time when Dell wasn't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft wasn't worth shit in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, they might have had $1 million, but nobody knew who the fuck Bill Gates was in
Yeah.
1982. I mean, like,
Until
sure, if you use their software, that'd be it. But like
yeah.
nobody knew who was fucking, like, all right, who was the owner of fucking um um IBM? Nobody fucking know. I mean, like, you may know now, but
Even now, I don't know. But that's the thing is
I
like a lot of these cases, like they'll still be like big names, like people will know about them like once they get big. But even then, like
usually once they have a good
usually,
movie.
yeah, exactly. That's usually when they become like a household name. It seems like is like
See,
once
okay,
they
it's a.
start like doing
Uh,
public. Mm,
do you know who owns IBM now?
uh,
A conglomerate of people. Vanguard Group, BlackRock, State Street, and pretty much everyone that you would say that's a horrible fucking industry.
yeah, Vanguard, BlackRock, I know of.
hmm State Street's a smaller version of the same thing. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. When I say smaller, they own like 5% or $54 billion of, or no, sorry, $16 billion of
Whoa.
IBM. So we're not
Vanguard
talking.
Group has $12 trillion in
Oh yeah.
global assets under management.
See, well, that's the thing is they're actually an investment group, so even more than BlackRock is. And BlackRock is an investment group too. It's just like a higher. So Vanguard is like literally, most of your 401ks and shit are in Vanguard.
Huh, I guess I never really thought about like what 401ks go through, but that makes
Yeah.
sense. That'd be something like this, like a
But yeah, the whole point is but that's the ownership structure of IBM. Is basically it's split between 50% of the company split between Capital World investors, Geode Capital Management, State Street, BlackRock, and Vanguard. You know what I'm saying? And that's who owns it. But
Whoa. I'm looking at the Vanguard group. Like one of the, it's only got like 3 paragraphs for its history. Bogle arranged to start a new fund division at Wellington. He named it Vanguard after Horatio Nelson's flagship at the Battle of the Nile. Okay, no, never mind. That's not interesting. I misunderstood that when I read it the first time.
see, Vanguard is owned by its fund, by the funds it manages. That means the investor in Vanguard is also the owners of the company, which means technically, but the leadership is Rami. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
The
I just see
point
that.
is,
Salim Ramji, CEO.
yeah, but the
What?
point.
Salim Ramji. I guess he doesn't have his own Wikipedia page because his name's not blue. It just lets me click CEO and gives you the strict definition of a CEO.
Right. But the point is, like, yeah, there are big groups like that own things like that, but
But
but like, okay, like, all right, Apple's $250 billion or $259 a share, which means they're probably somewhere between 100 and $200 billion company. You know what I'm saying? You
oh
know,
yeah, Apple. I mean, Apple's massive, so of course. I was gonna say I'm surprised I didn't know about that other dude you mentioned from Microsoft that was alongside Bill Gates because like, I
Steve Ballmer.
remember,
Yeah.
yeah, Steve Ballmer. Because I knew Steve Wozniak for Apple. Like he gets mentioned a lot, even though he's not with the company anymore. And like Steve Jobs is like the face of the company.
Okay.
I was really surprised about that with Microsoft. Good.
Now the Vanguard Group owns them.
Owns who? Owns what?
Apple.
Vanguard owns Apple.
Hmm.
Oh, wait.
They're
So
the primary shareholder of the company. They own 1.3 billion shares of the company, which is and BlackRock owns 1.4 billion shares, and everything else is 300 million or less. And that's Berkshire Hathaway, blah, blah, blah. And then we get down to actual individual shareholders. You got Tim Cook, who has like 3 million shares, Levinson, who's 4 million shares, and then Jeff Williams, who's 389,000 shares or whatever. But the point is that, but they're all billionaires. So, like, does it really fucking matter? They're going to die billionaires.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean that's typically how that goes. Like once you're at $1 billion, I can't imagine there's any real way you can like lose that billion of dollars.
it's hard to lose it, and people okay, like, all right, Trump lost. I think they tore through, which he got some of the money back, but like, he had like $4 or $5 billion, and they ripped up a lot of his New York investments and things like that for his Trump thing, and they took like $900 million, which is almost $1 billion, just in one fucking thing alone. But then he sold his stock to his Truth Social, and bam, he's back up to fucking you know like
Yeah, like yeah. Once you get to that point, like even if you do like you start to hit a decline, there's usually some way to bounce back.
and like I said, how long is he going to live? 5 years at best.
Trump
You know,
probably. Well, he's
after his
already.
presidency, he's lucky to live another 5 years
I
because he'll
I'm
be like
like
84. You know what I'm saying? And both, he'll probably live to be 90.
yeah, that sounds fair. So I was gonna say he's got like good healthcare and stuff like that. So even though he's like showing signs of health decline recently,
Sure.
like I don't anticipate that that means it. If it was like a normal person with like weird thing with his hand, I'd be like, maybe it's like 2 years, 3 years, but I do feel like he's got a little more out of it just because
Okay.
top of the
And
line doctors available.
his stock is currently worth about $13 a share,
Who?
and Trump's, and that pretty much makes him $3.5 billion.
I'm sorry, it's how
Not
much per
include that's
share?
just his media stuff, his media and technology group. What?
It's how much per share?
3.5 billion shares, which makes it close to 100, maybe $15 billion.
Okay, okay. I didn't know how many shares were. I just heard like the price per share, and it sounded like 30 something per share. And I was like, that seems kind of low.
No, it's like
But that
$13
makes
a share.
sense
That's
then.
actually pretty good. I mean, Nvidia's only like $20 a share, like, and it's Nvidia. You know what I'm saying?
How much is like a share in a company that's not like a
Okay,
big name?
he's estimated to be around 7.3 billion. So he's worth 2 billion more than when he started the president. Not this first presidency, but the second, the when he first came into politics.
Mm.
You know,
Which yeah,
he,
that don't
he has
surprise
two
me.
billion from Trump Media and Technology Group, 2.4 billion from cryptocurrencies, 1.3 billion in golf clubs and resorts, and then liquid assets 1.1 billion. I think it's probably just from like suing motherfuckers because he's been suing them left and right, and I don't blame him. You know,
He does it a lot. You don't blame him for suing people.
yeah, I don't blame him for suing people. All right,
Which lawsuit
you
are we
got to
talking about?
admit, do what?
Which lawsuits are we talking about?
The news agencies and shit, they lie, 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 and that's what libelous is. And if somebody doesn't stop them, it's not like me or you can stop them. They can just say shit about it. There's nothing we can do about it. But Trump has the money. It's kind of like Johnny Depp. The only reason Johnny Depp had the ability to fight Amber Heard was because he was Johnny Depp. If it was me, I just got me too'd my ass into prison. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the same thing. Just nobody would care. And you know what I'm saying? So it takes somebody rich, somebody to fight that because that Me Too stuff, it's kind of crap. And it's not that you shouldn't believe women. You just shouldn't believe all women without any evidence. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. You know, because like, all right, like okay, look, they Me Too the Duke lacrosse players. Those guys were innocent.
Duke lacrosse players. I mean, like,
Yeah, it was a rape hoax in 2006.
yeah, and it's fair that that happens, but I feel like it makes more sense to err on.
Yeah, but that ruined their fucking lives by being falsely accused of rape. It took years for them. I think it took like till 2010 or something to prove they weren't. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine somebody thought you were a rapist for 3, 4 fucking years? Sorry,
I
I'd be
can't. It's not
pissed.
something I've ever like worried about.
Right. And they were lucky to be able to sue, but you know, um, I wonder how much their net worth is now. Probably undisclosed. Three members of the Duke lacrosse team: David Evans, Colin Finnerty, and Reed Silverman. Accuser Crystal Magnum at a North Carolina University part-time striptease dancer alleged that they raped occurred at blah blah, blah whatever.
Roy
Um,
Cooper dropped all charges, declaring the three lacrosse players. For some reason, it says in quotes innocent and victims of. Well, I guess it's probably like quoting his phrasing and
right.
victims of a tragic rush to accuse.
Yeah, and there was. It was a rush to accuse, and because a woman said it,
Wait,
it
that's a little
must be true.
confusing. What does it mean by a rush to accuse? Because that makes it sound like it's not. They're not saying it's false. That sounds like they're just saying it was accused too fast.
Well, they rushed to accuse him, tainted their image, destroyed their thing, got him kicked out of school, everything like that, and then turned out it was fake. She admits it's fake. It wasn't like
The person that says that dropped the charges is a guy. I don't see.
no, no, no.
Is it
The prosecutor
Nippon?
has to drop the charges, but the point is that she's the one that recanted her testimony.
Oh, okay, it
Uh,
does mention the lady who accused him. Okay.
yeah, and then there was DNA
Whoa.
evidence, stuff like that. What?
Apparently, a little bit after that whole hoax thing, she murdered somebody.
Are you fucking serious?
Only a couple years later. That seems kind of crazy.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, all bitches can't be trusted. I love women, but Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they could have, that Duke lacrosse thing. That's crazy, though.
But then, like you were saying before, like there's no way to know one way or another.
There isn't, but the point is that you should, you know what I'm saying? Uh, um,
Huh? It says she didn't even like say that it was a false accusation. Like she didn't admit to that until 2024. Like that's
yeah,
after she was in prison for murder for 11 years.
sure.
See, that's strange to me. Like, why hold on to that as a lie after 11 years in
Actually,
prison for
women are
murder?
notorious for that.
Well,
It's like they
guys are
can't.
notorious too. Anybody can lie.
Yes, but the women specifically have a tendency to lie in that way, like when it's a false allegation versus there's a lot of murders in there, swept them down, they didn't do it. It's very different for people that women have a propensity to hold on to it, and I think it's because even when I bust Kim in something or Jamie in something, they have a
Mhm.
real hard time apologizing and being like, "Yeah, I did that. I'm sorry." They do. And I'm not saying that all men are like that or all women are like that. I'm saying that for some reason there seems to be a like women can't be accountable like that. I don't know.
That's
Are they?
I
Go ahead.
I feel like that's equal on both parts because like we've talked about examples. You talked about like when Alistair was younger and he like took snacks, or was it Alistair?
Nope, Skyry.
Kyrie. Okay, but that's like a common like kid thing, and I feel like some
Yes,
people
but
just
it's
carry that into
more common
adulthood.
with females. I raise daughters and sons. It's more common with females. I was just like, yeah, you
Is
got
there
me.
a non-anecdotal like way to determine a percentile on
I
this? I don't
mean,
know if there'd be a study for this. Study
nobody
for
would
which
study it, so
women.
it doesn't matter if it's true because nobody really wants to study because they don't want women to come out as liars. And I'm not saying all women are liars, but I'm saying they don't want women to be deemed. If it finds out that women lie more than men, which they do.
Well, I'm seeing the opposite from the National Institute of Health. That's only one
Of course
study
you
though. I
are.
don't know how they.
The National Institute of Health favors women, favors feminism. Why would they? It's like you can't. Okay, it's kind of like this. Do you know what the study for tobacco's studies never did find? That the cigarettes were bad because they were the study for tobacco, a study of tobacco paid for by the tobacco companies.
I mean,
You get
that's
what you pay
true.
for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I feel like in
so
that case, we should be just like more on the fence rather than like erring on one side being more culpable than the other.
no, I'm not saying that. It's just like okay, it's like white men. Why are white men so the? Because white men can't get away with that shit. We just can't. If men lied, they would they'd be ran through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? It's harder for men to lie. I mean, unless you're a specialty like rich or wealthy, and there ain't that many of them in the United States. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying actually.
Okay,
You lost me
like
somewhere there.
all right, let's all right, all right. If you were just an average Joe, a guy,
Hmm.
and you lied about something like that, they put your. I'll put it this way: I was arrested not because I did anything wrong, because Jamie did something wrong. And since the rule in Florida is they got to arrest somebody, they arrested me because I'm a male. All right. Now I had to go through it all. She had to admit to the state's attorney that she didn't even lie. Technically, they just didn't listen to her. But the point was, they were ready to put charges on me without any factual evidence that existed. And she's like, "Look, I told them that he didn't hit me. I hit him, and they still arrested him. And then they dropped the charges really fast within a month. Like boom, they dropped it
And
really
yeah,
fast.
I do feel like there's definitely a skew, especially if it's like a domestic thing. Like there's a tendency to assume
Sure.
that the guy's the
Yep. Um.
the
There was
guilty.
about.
And
Have you ever?
I say that not just like anecdotally, but because that's like my assumption as well. Is like whenever I hear of a case like that, my first assumption is like, okay, did the guy do something?
Well, it's
And it's
also
just because the
true,
guy's stronger, I guess.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I'm not saying that men don't lie because men damn sure lie about like, hey, where'd your money go? I got robbed. You drink it all at the bar. I'm not saying
Yeah,
like that. I'm saying when it comes to rape and things like that or certain crimes like that, uh, the falsifying is far more prevalent and it's because they don't get in trouble for that. That girl didn't get in a lot of trouble for that. I mean, apparently she got charged with murder. That's a big deal.
but
But
that's
they
a whole
did.
separate thing. I imagine that has
Right.
nothing to do with that case. I
I
assume.
imagine it was the same thing, and that was probably that she was batshit crazy to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But believe all women says that you have to believe them all, regardless of what happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the only case of this. It happens a lot enough that you can't. Uh,
I've heard of it before, but I also like I don't know. I genuinely maintain like on the fence because even in cases where like they consider insubstantial evidence, there is like for something like that, even if you make the accusation and it's the case, it is pretty hard to like prove that in a court of law, which is also why like I still maintain the on the
yes, but
fence.
these are not case. These are all cases where okay, this was proven through DNA evidence. I mean, I don't know how reliable you think DNA evidence is, but I think it's pretty
For
damn
Duke
reliable.
lacrosse rape hoax,
Yeah.
DNA evidence would be like the only way that like we would get like a confirmational answer one way or the other. I imagine.
No, I mean, if the
Or like
girl
video
also
evidence
says it
too.
too, recants it and stuff like that. But like,
Well, I feel like because like with recanting it, I feel like in some cases, because I've heard of like there's like uh oh, this used to be like a thing in another state, but like police investigations, they would like grill people, even if they didn't have like any evidence that that person was guilty. And apparently, like if they just insist on it often enough, the person will relent and just like like admit to a crime they didn't commit. And with her case, and I don't want to, I'm not. This isn't like a thing I assume with every case, but with her case, it's weird to me that like 11 years in prison and then she decides to say that like she lied about it. I feel like it would have made more sense for her to have admit that way before then
No,
rather than like at that
actually,
point.
women hold on to things very. All right, her name's Emma Schulwitz. This was Mattress Girl. Schulwitz is
Mattress
the
girl.
yeah, that's what they called her because she tied this. I mean, she was an activist. She tied her thing around her body. All right. In April 2009, filed a complaint in the Columbia alleging that she had been raped by Paul Nungesser, another Columbia student, on August 27, 2009. A university inquiry found Nungesser not responsible in May of 2014. Scholes filed a report against Nusser with the New York Police Department. After the district attorney's office interviewed Skolwicks and Nungesser, it found insufficient evidence for reasonable suspicion. Skolwitz declined to pursue criminal charges, further saying that New York prisons were dismissive and mistreated Skolwitz. So it subsequently focused her senior thesis of work performance art on mattress performance, carry the weight, starting blah blah blah, carries blah blah blah. In April, Nora had filed a Title IX complaint with 23 other students alleging Columbia had mishandled sexual assault cases. Journals described this as the most effective organized rape movement since the late in 2015. Nestor filed a title gender discrimination lawsuit against Columbia Board of Trustees. Its president Lee Buller, blah, blah, blah. The filed complaint was dismissed. Columbia settled the case under disclosed terms after Nuggesser's attorney began the process of appealing the dismissal. The initial endurance performance piece, um, she carried around a 50-pound dark blue twin mattress used in performance art piece of the Columbia, blah, 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 whatever. Um, but yeah, basically in the end, uh, and just like the other one, she's batshit crazy too. But I think these people get mad like that people don't rape them, and I don't mean but like this girl was into BDSM and crazy things like
Wait, where do you see
rape
that?
fantasy. At the bottom of her page. In
The
2017,
floating world.
Skolwitz performed a bondage performance piece titled "The Ship Is Sinking," and the piece was high heels and bikini with the Whitney logo to convey the look of a woman in a beauty pageant, tied up, berated, and hung from the ceiling of a wooden beam by. Anyway, I'm not gonna read all that, but you get the point.
Well, no, exactly. I don't even see where that's at. I didn't follow like
All the
your
way at the
reading of it.
bottom, when she does all her things. Um, but yeah, like I said. But yeah, the whole point is that um, Columbia had to settle with the student and stuff like that because you can't just to go accusing people of stuff like that without evidence, and that's the whole point. Like literally, what was it? Do you remember the guys? They were they were Maggie kids or whatever.
I mean, I don't feel like that's specific enough.
Huh?
I don't feel like that's specific enough.
Okay. Well, Nicholas Sandman, known as the MAGA Kids, sued several. They were known as the MAGA Kids. That's what.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about this.
Several media outlets for defamation after a viral incident in the Lincoln Memorial in 2010, claiming the misrepresented his actions. During the confrontation with a Native American, Nathan Phillips, he saw significant damage, arguing the media's portrayal harmed his reputation. Washington Post alleged defamation by portraying Sandman as an instigator of the confrontation. CNN claimed that the network ignored verification of accusations against a minor. NBC alleged that the network created a false narrative portraying Simon as part of a hate mob, and uh, New York Times, ABC, CBS, and other similar claims. Um, but that was like $750 million, or sorry, $950 million is what they got sued for. It's almost $1 billion.
Okay, I need to like where you're seeing this at so I can follow it because like when you
Oh, it was
when
just
you
I
read
just
through it or
googled it.
Ryan reads through it, I can't like retain what's
Okay,
being read because y'all run through
just
it fast.
Google MAGA kid sues and Nicholas Sandman will come up right there.
For NPR.org or CNN.
No. Just go through the. I was just reading the synopsis for the thing of who he sued and why
But like, where are you reading the synopsis at?
in the Google search thing.
Oh, it gave you the
Yeah,
AI
yeah,
overview.
AI.
Okay,
Yeah,
it didn't. That
just
didn't
the
pop up
AI
for me for some
overview.
reason.
And you know, if you need
From
this,
Catholic
Georgetown
high school.
University as a sources. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. They were just there to see like the really was no there there. Like he was just there to the kids were going there to see the Capitol or something like that. Think a memorial, some shit like that, and that's what involved. Um and they just ripped those kids, you know what I'm saying? But and then same with but you get the idea, like you know what I'm saying? It's um but like that's billions of dollars by just one lawsuit. I mean, he
Yeah, it
settled
makes a lot
probably
of
for
money.
half, but he may. I guarantee that kid never has to work again for the rest of his life. So fuck college.
Oh, that's true. I wonder if he continued college after that, or if he did just like straight drop out.
You really can't once you're like that. Like, what was the other guy, the one shooting guy? Um,
Wait, college shooter,
no.
shooting guy.
Yeah. Um, they called him a white supremacist. Blah blah blah. He shot somebody at one of the rallies. That was
Was this like a No Kings rally?
no. That's before all that. This is like
Okay, older rally.
2018 or something. Yeah, 2018 or something, like 7 years ago. Um,
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 See, I feel like any of those combinations of words that I try to look up is just gonna give me like a whole variety of things. Oh, I guess I can put in 2018 rally shooting. Somebody got okay. The first thing that pulls up is gun violence protest. Somebody got shot at a gun violence protest.
or Kenosha. It was in Kenosha. Kenosha kid is what they were calling him. I mean, his name's I can't think of the name of it. Um, no, that's wrong. No. Well, but he shot
Which that's another conversation we could touch on that we haven't really hit, which is like,
what shootings are good or bad?
well, no, no, I feel like that's pretty cut and dry, black and white. But um, do you? Well, I feel like I have an idea of what you would probably answer on this, but I don't know for sure. Do you feel like school shootings is a cause or an indicator of a need for gun reform?
Oh, I mean, do we need gun reform? Maybe. Do we need it because of school shootings? No. School shootings are actually a very rare type of shooting.
It is pretty rare. I mean, it happened well more often in the last like 20 years than ever. But well, as far as I'm aware of, actually, I guess maybe it was like way back when like people did that with muskets.
Yes, even in the 1610, there was somebody that shot up a school. This is not new to the United States.
Hmm,
1610. That's the earliest known shooting in the United
that's
States.
fair. That's fair.
School shooting. I'm just sorry. It's because you go back and you're like Kent State and stuff like that, and then you have the stuff that nobody ever talks about. Is it
Hmm.
more frequent? Yes, there's more people, therefore it's more frequent. When the population moves to 400 million billion, which is 400 million people, which used to be like 200 million, yes, there's going to be more shootings.
That
It's
makes
gonna
sense.
and it's gonna continue, but I
But
don't
by
think it's
percentile, it should like
right.
be about the same.
I mean, all through the 90s, there was school shootings.
That's right, because that was when oh god, what's it called? Columbine. That's when Columbine was in the 90s, right?
Yeah, that was like 97 or something,
And
98.
that was probably like the biggest proponent of okay, it was like yeah, the very end of 1990, you're right.
Yeah,
But that was like the biggest proponent of like the fear of
right,
school shootings and probably
right.
like part of what
But
like
these school shootings happened well before that. Okay,
they did.
October 1st, 1997, Pearl High School, Mississippi, 2 killed, 7 injured. Um, April 1998, 4 killed, 25 injured. December 1st, 1997, 2 killed, 2 injured. March 24th, 1998, 5 killed, 10 injured. I mean, it's not something new. Like we try to pretend like, oh, they're escalating. Not really.
No, but like the conversations surrounding it, I do feel like have
Sure,
I feel like it's
we've
become more
given
of
it
a
more
conversation piece.
coverage,
Yes, coverage. Thank
but
you.
coverage is true. But yeah,
But that was all I was saying is I feel like Columbine probably was like a big point of or a big cause for like the coverage of it, and then the coverage of it made it seem more like pronounced of a problem recently than it was in
Here's
the
a
past.
school shooting from 1840.
Yeah,
Here's one from 1853, 1856, 1858. You know what I'm saying? There was
which I guess like no matter what
two
you do,
deaths. You
gun
know what I'm
reform or
saying?
not, as long as guns exist, there
And
is
we're
still going to
talking
be
about
some
the
level of
days
gun
of
shooting.
muskets. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
because that was back when like if you wanted to shoot another person, you'd have to really work for it. Like you've got to clean the thing out and everything.
but yeah,
So like
18.
even then when it was like less accessible, like it was still people were still doing it.
1864, 1867, 1867, 1867, um, 1871, 1872, 1873, 1874, 1874, 1878, 1879, 1881, 1881, 1882. You know what I'm saying? Like it just goes on
Yeah.
and on and on and on. Uh, yes, as we got more people, there's more shootings. There was 2 to 3 a year when there was less than 100, 100 million people in America. There was only
Hmm.
like 50 million people. You know what I'm saying? Now we're like, now we get like 8 or 10 or 12 a year. You know what I'm saying? Because the population has increased, but it isn't gone. And then there's years where there's no shootings. No, no. I mean, even true. That's even true today. Like, you know, but yeah, like, here's one where 3 people got killed. Here's one where one person got killed. Here's one where 2 people got killed. Here's one where 6 people got killed. And this was in 1916. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's just, you
It's just
know,
the nature of there being a gun. If there's a gun,
okay.
like there's always gonna be the
Yeah, but
possibility for that to happen, and then also somebody who chooses to do that. Like that's just like an inevitable aspect, I guess, of it.
if you look up hammerings, because they don't have guns in China and Japan, places like that, you'll see that hammerings are, they have school hammerings. Well, they take hammers to school and just assault a bunch of kids.
Oh,
You know what
hammering. I was way misunderstanding what you're saying. Okay, you're talking
I'm
about
saying?
like a tool hammer. And yeah, that makes sense too.
Here's one where somebody blew him up with dynamite. 45 injured, 54. Oh, sorry, 54 injured, 45 killed.
That's
Um,
crazy.
you know what I'm saying? And there wasn't when I mean, there was gun because he shot his wife, but he used dynamite planted beneath the local school. The initial blast killed dozens, mostly children and rescuers and parents, and gathered. Blah blah blah. 45 people killed, many more were injured, with additional bombs later discovered and disarmed. So this is both a shooting and a bombing. But the point is,
Mhm.
like, you know,
That it's not just the gun
it's
itself.
not just the gun. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Actually,
that's
the
okay.
highest
So I'll
fatalities are
rephrase.
bombings.
It's the nature of like weapons existing. As long as there's a weapon that exists, like somebody will do
Yeah,
that.
but there are stabbings in schools back in the fucking Roman days.
Yeah.
You go in there and do like a school stabbing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not new. It's the nature to kill
Well,
people ain't
yeah.
something new. And I just get irritated with that. I'm like, um, um, but yeah, like
Like people suggesting that it's new because I wasn't suggesting it was new. I did think it was like potentially
well,
more
prevalent.
pronounced, more prevalent, but we already like kind of like went over that, and I was like, yeah, no, I guess it's not probably not like any
But
more or
yeah,
less
like
prevalent in the past.
the one where the guy blew the school up with dynamite. That's killed more people than any school shooting has ever killed. I
Yeah,
think the most is I think because even people like they shoot up churches and they get more people than they do in schools. Um,
that
um,
makes sense because it's a more confined space. So
Here's one.
I can see where like more casualties come from that.
1966, Austin, Texas. 18 killed, 31 injured.
How long
49
ago
total.
is that?
1966.
Okay, so like not quite 100 years
Shot
ago, but like
15, wounded
80 years
31.
ago.
Um, he was shot and killed by police. He had earlier murdered his wife and his mother at their homes. Was the deadly shooting uh, on the U.S. campus until the Virginia Tech shooting. Okay, so Virginia Tech might have had a little bit more killed, and that was, I think. But the point is that
But in
yes,
both
the
cases, a lot of people,
lot of deaths.
a lot of deaths, a lot of injuries.
Um, and then there's the 1-2 off where they kill 2 or 3 people, which is usually I'd actually refer to it as like territorial or not necessarily gang related shootings, but like
Mm.
they'll go in there, pop maybe 3 people in the principal's office, and then
Yeah,
leave. You know what I'm saying?
but if those are
There's
the
a lot
case,
of
it's
those.
probably like specific targeted people. It's not as like senseless as like other school shootings or like the
All right.
bomb.
Yeah, here's Coleman High School, 1970, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. 1 killed, 5 injured. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that he shot all 6 of them. Just
Hmm.
some die, some don't die. That's just the nature of.
Yeah,
But no, I don't even think that getting rid of. I think we're prone to violence, and I don't think that's going to change. Here's one where nobody died and 5 people were injured in '76.
which that's like in that kind of situation, that's like the most you can hope for. Is if somebody tries that and they do shoot
Sure.
people, every single one of them survive. That's good news.
Yeah, that is good
But
news.
yeah,
But
you're right. I mean, there's always going to be like violent people because we already talked about at one point like the extremes on like both sides of like any subject. So like there's just always going to be people who feel some kind of extreme and like fall into one of those nooks and crannies, and then
okay.
there's no like surefire way to like remove that possibility from occurring in the future, and that's like I agree. Like I don't think gun reform would be enough to fix that either.
No. All right. Here's from 1995. 1905, Do Chi, armed with a double barrel shotgun and garden shears, attacked staff and students kindergarten in I don't even want to pronounce that. Maiku, killing a 6-year-old and wounding 15 others and a teacher. Dong was shot and killed by police. 1996, who was described as a mental patient, broke into 2 schools and killed 7 students and injuring 5 others. And this is in China, where there are no guns whatsoever. Like you don't get guns. Like it's really hard to, like obviously you can get guns, but you can't just go in a store and buy a gun at all.
Yeah, they probably don't have like open carry like we do.
They don't even
Especially if it's
have. You can't carry at all unless you're
yeah.
police. You know what I'm saying? But you can still acquire weapons because illegal guns are illegal guns. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah, this
So
goes in.
that's like my thing with like the UK is because the UK I believe they've also banned guns, but people would still be able to acquire it like as long as guns exist. It's like a Pandora's box. As long as guns
Yeah.
exist,
Well,
like
here's the thing: guns will always exist.
yes,
You know what I'm
because like
saying?
we already
Like,
have the knowledge to create them.
right? You
There's
can't.
no
There's no
backwards
stuffing it back in the Pandora's box, and that's the thing.
exactly.
And now with 3D printing, it's even easier than ever before.
Yeah, because
You know
I've
what
heard that's a big way people make their own guns, so they don't even
Sure.
have to uh do like the serial number scrubbing thing. It's just they just produce it. They just produce it themselves, and then there's like
Um,
no way for like people to track that
and here's the
or for it to be
correlation.
registered. Yeah.
The lower the age of the victims, the more likely the body count is to be higher. It really is. Like that's true.
That makes sense.
Like Adam Lanza, when he did it, he's tech in elementary school, which made victims ultra vulnerable.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because there's no like reasonable way they could be
Sure.
prepared for something like that.
But this goes on into 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010s. I'm like, it's not something new. You know, the hammer attack,
Hmm.
Welfing hammer attack, used a hammer to inflict head injuries to preschool children in Welfing, Shandong, and then used
Jesus,
gasoline to commit suicide by self-immolation. He went on a rampage after authorities attempted to tear down his newly built family home since it was built on farmland, which is illegal.
what the fuck?
Yep. Uh,
That dude was
Wu
severely
Ha
unhinged.
Ming killed 7 children and 2 adults and injured 11 others with a cleaver at some fucking school. And that was with a fucking knife. It wasn't even with a gun.
Yeah,
Like I said, do
so
I
that
think
would take like way more effort and like risk to the attacker, but they still chose to do it.
sure. You start attacking people with weapons, even, you know what I'm saying? 2 relatives, slashed 11 people, killed 6 children. You know what I'm saying? This is a knife wielding attacker at a commercial hub of Shanghai. This is not new. You got a lot of people congregated in one areas, China, wherever, and this still goes on today. It's 2025. 2025, a woman
It's
drove into
2026 now.
pedestrians at the gate of do what?
Oh, okay, that was at 25. You said today
Oh,
and then 2025, and I thought you were saying
oh,
like the modern year.
no, killing 7 to 14 people, most of whom were students. August 2025, a man perpetrated a knife attack near a nearby school in Lahing, Hunan Province, where 2 people were killed and 3 more were injured. At approximately, this is October 2025. At
Hmm.
approximately 59, a 48-year-old man chin rammed his car into citizens uh, road. Primary suspect in Shanghai injured at least 10 people. That just happened like a couple months
Yeah,
ago.
we
The
had one
point is,
similar to
like,
that. There was another like car ramming
sure,
big thing on the news.
people will find weapons. It doesn't matter. Just like because like they're like, do you realize what the like? All right, Japan has half our population, but the same suicide rate, which means per capita they have twice the suicide rate.
Yeah,
No guns, and almost all done by seppuku, like
what
killing themselves
like
with fucking
straight?
swords.
Actually, they like a lot of people still do
Oh
that.
yeah, like 20,000 people a year.
I guess the number's probably even higher because I remember there's like a Japanese cultural thing called I think it was called evaporation. So like uh some of those could be like suicides and people wouldn't be like aware of it.
Japanese, this is this year. Japanese suicide fell below 20,000 for the first time on record last year, although elementary student suicides climbed to a new high, according to the
I'm
government
sorry, it's
data.
what? Say that last part?
Japanese suicide death toll fell below 20,000 for the first time on record last year, although elementary, junior high, and high school student suicides climbed to a new high, according to government data.
Elementary school suicides?
hmm
That's depressing. What the fuck? I didn't really know that was a thing.
Men accounted for 13,000 deaths, and women accounted for 5,980 deaths, all by suicide, which is roughly just under. And when they say it was just under, it was just under. It was like 19,000, which is good for Japan, considering they average 35,000 suicides a year, which is even more than ours.
Yeah.
And they have no guns. Like the guns are unheard of in there. Most gun deaths, I think there's like
Yeah.
six gun deaths a year.
So like when they take themselves out, they're doing it like in like much less
Hangings and stabbings.
yeah, like more like painful ways I feel like that like to choose to take yourself out.
But yeah, their gun
What
use is so low.
it's got to be like their
It's measured
economy.
in just whole numbers. I think it's like okay, Japanese experience very few gun deaths each year, typically reporting fewer than 10. 10 gun deaths to the whole country of 150 million people, but they still have
Mhm.
insane suicide rate. So don't tell me guns are the problem.
Well, I didn't. I just asked your thought on it, and your thought on
No,
it
no,
kind
no.
of okay,
But
okay.
if you think getting rid of the
Generally,
guns is going to
generally.
help, it's not. It's not.
No, I don't think so either. Like that was always my stance on it. Is I don't feel like that for that exact same reason. I think people would just find.
Yeah.
I think it would deter some people. I don't think it would
I
deter.
don't think it would turn enough people to even matter.
That's the thing is it would be a
Like you wouldn't
negligible
notice
amount.
it. Yeah, it'd be negligible, but
Yeah, I
they
feel
saved
like there'd
3
be
lives this year because you know what I'm saying maybe, but
But that's the
You know what I'm
thing, is
saying?
it'd only be 3 lives, and then as a result, like the other people who do still end up dying one way or another, it's gonna be through like a more horrifying way. Well, I guess if you get
But
shot, like
it doesn't
it
really
could be in the
matter because
stomach.
death is death, and killing yourself is killing yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they're like, there's no gun deaths, but there are shit tons of stabbing deaths.
Yes. And that's it, is like it's still dying. It's just also like less
Well, even
opportunity to defend
murders.
yourself, and then it's also like just stabbing just seems like a bad way to go.
I mean, yeah, but if you're not the one doing the stabbing, what does it matter?
For what regard?
And one of the reasons they have a low homicide rate is because they have a high suicide rate. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they got a low homicide rate. Of course they do. They're all killing themselves.
Which what do we
40,000 at a
attribute
time.
what do we
What?
attribute that suicide rate to? Because like I know Japan, I've been told, has like a really bad workforce economy.
Oh
So
yeah,
like
that's what slave driving is part of it. Like they work themselves to death. They always have. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
they have a phrase for that, I believe.
Well, no, that phrase for the suicide is called seppuku. But
Well, no, that too, but they also have a phrase for like working themselves to death. It's like a, oh my
oh,
god, Japanese phrase, working themselves to death.
but yeah. So the short answer is no. I do not.
Karoshi.
Oh,
To overwork death,
Kuroshi.
Japanese
Yeah,
term related to occupation related sudden death. Most common medical causes are heart attacks and strokes. That's sad and scary. Like,
they work themselves to death.
yeah, it's not even like they work themselves to the point that they wanted that. It's literally they work themselves until their body just like shuts down, and that is
That's because they and
tragic.
this is true of the nature of the people. Just like it's true of the nature of the people in the United States. We will always have guns. Hell, look at it. Liberals are like, hey, we're all about guns now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm. Well,
yeah,
liberals, I don't think liberals have ever been like. Well, no, there's some
no,
cases.
yeah,
There's 100%.
those
There's some of them.
for about 20, 30 years there, they were big on the gun control, gun control, gun control.
Well, they're still
Now
big
they're
on
like,
gun control.
not so much.
But now it's like they're much lighter about it. Like they want much smaller reforms from understanding. 'Cause like every like person I know who was like left leaning around me, like even if they wanted gun reform or some kind of like gun control, it was usually just like more specifics on like the mental health like tests and stuff for the guns. But they
Many
still wanted
Japanese
guns.
many Japanese workers routinely exceed 100 hours of overtime per month.
That's 100 hours of overtime.
Yeah, work 40 plus.
Yeah, so it's 100 plus
Yeah,
40. It's
on average
140 hours. That's
they work on average 25 extra hours a week, so that would be 65 hours. That's the average.
on average
Yep.
65 a week.
Yeah, nearly 25% of Japanese companies have employees working over 80 hours of overtime monthly, which is almost double. The other 75% only work 60 hours a week, which is 20 hours over 40. So yes, they
That's
brutally work themselves to death.
They do, but that's also not too different from like our workforce actually. 'Cause like 60 to
Really?
80
Because
hours, 60 to 80 hours. I've met plenty of people who at least claim that they work 60, 80 hours a week. Like I've hit
yeah,
60
but
hours a week
it's not a
before, not
large
80,
problem.
but
All right. Have you ever worked 80 hours a week?
not 80. I've hit 60 plus for sure, but 80 hours, I don't think I've ever hit that point. And that is like an extreme. I've heard or met some people who say that they work that much.
Yeah, but
Uh,
only like 40% of the population works over 10 hours a week. Yeah, there are certain fields, especially like computers and stuff, where they'll work. Like I did, I worked my ass off when I did computers, like
mhm.
complete. And the reason why was because it was easy. I could do it right from my desk, and I could accumulate mass amount of hours, make mass amounts of money, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah, as
wasn't
long
like
as you pace yourself, even at like 60, 80 hours, I still don't think that's like healthy for like your own well being. But like at 60, 80 hours, I don't think it would kill you
actually, the
in the
only problem I had
programming.
with it, and I didn't realize it was going to be a problem, was agoraphobia. I was making so much money, I was having everything delivered, everything to my house, and I got
Oh
to the
yes.
point when it didn't happen until I quit the job. And then when I finally quit the job, and I was there for like a year and a half, 2 years, and
Mhm.
then Mike quit, and we were like, they were downsizing the company or whatever, blah blah blah, getting rid of everybody. So me and Mike quit, and I was like, I left and I went somewhere. I was like, fuck it, let's go do something like with Kim. And then I was like, I gotta get home. I gotta get home. Like I was like, it took me like a month or two to straighten out where I was comfortable. But I was like, wow, I
Mhm.
didn't think that you could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, work yourself into agoraphobia, and you can.
Yeah. All work and no play does make Jack a dull boy. I feel like that's probably the case for like a lot of people in my generation now, is because so much stuff is like technology based. So much stuff is like, if you're not in like a labor job where you're required to go outside, which a lot of people my age seem to like try to avoid,
See,
because most people I work with are an older generation.
you can work labor jobs, and one of the things about labor jobs is there is a finite amount of labor you can do, and you're just like, I'm pooped. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You'll give up, and you're just like, I
Yeah.
worked 70 hours this week. I'm done.
There's a
But
physical
when you're
maintenance to it,
working,
but there's less agoraphobia too.
well, it's because you have more time to get out and do stuff, even at 70
Yeah.
hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're working, but say you start at 7 a.m. by 6 p.m. You know what I'm saying? You're done working for the day, and you can go out for a couple hours and do stuff. Like you just don't get total agoraphobia like that. But you know what I'm saying? There are people that
Like not everybody works labor, so like some people they'll be at like a gas station for 40 hours a week, and they go home and they get stuff delivered because it's more convenient from like Uber. And then I imagine like
sure.
that combined with like the COVID lockdown, I feel like are big proponents of like the modern generation's agoraphobia, and the proclivity towards like iPad kids, because now that's another thing we talked about. Like a lot of kids are on their like social media at
Yes,
a
but
very young age.
they do, but they're also outside more. Um, like while my kids play on the tablets a lot, they also go
Mhm.
outside a lot. I mean, not right now because it's freezing fucking cold, but
Yeah,
like you know,
that's your kids though.
um,
I don't know if that's like standard for most people
oh yeah,
nowadays.
the kids get so rambunctious that if we do not take them out, you know what I'm saying, they'll so we take them to the skate park and let them run around like maniacs for a while and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, definitely, yeah. We take them. They've been to skate park, splash pad, regular park, all kinds of stuff.
And that's
You know what I'm
good. That's
saying?
healthy for them. I just don't know if that's like standard, because I feel like in most other cases, because I think of like
Oh,
Heidi's
here's the
kids.
thing.
Mm,
Parents on average, unless the kid is just a really docile kid, parents on average will be like, "Get the fuck out of my house because I'm fucking getting sick of you." You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
the 10-year-old, you're like, "Just go play, go play." Yeah, I know because I have
Mm,
7 kids, and absolutely that's what you'll do.
yeah. But like you said the other day, like on a lot of
Uh,
parents now, they'll just like hand them the
but
phone, and
they
then
go,
that's their go play statement.
dude. Enough of kids go outside more than you guys did as kids.
Is that right? We were outside pretty often, actually. Well, until like uh
Huh.
end of middle school. No, because we had online school at one point, and like no, even then we were still
Sorry,
going out, because we were going out and playing
it's a bit.
yard football or whatever the hell,
Yeah,
street football, biking around and stuff. So I guess
yeah,
we were still active, but at a certain point, it did like turn the other way,
yeah.
where like not the case anymore. We became agoraphobic, and I feel like that was like in the 14 to 16, 17 range when that happened.
Yeah, and Alistair and Kyle go out do the same shit. They stick fun every weekend. They go out with their friends. They do a lot more than y'all's generation does. They really do. Like my kids, and don't get me wrong, because you guys got a lot. Because Mike, I took extra effort to take you guys out.
Mhm.
But my kids, they get even more than you guys to get out of the house. Um,
Yeah, but I don't know if that is a metric for like the rest of their generation currently,
yeah,
and that's
I don't
that's
think people want
anecdotal.
to. I think because people are morphing back to latchkey kids because they're tired of fucking raising them. Like the helicopter parenting only lasted so long, and they're just like, "Fuck it, let them go play in fucking traffic."
Mhm.
Latchkey kids were what the norm was. You know what I'm saying? Way back in the 20s, 10s, even the 70s when both parents started working.
Which I feel like I need
Because
some clarification on what a latchkey like refers to here.
in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, latchkey kids were kids that had a key to their house, and when they got home, their parents weren't home.
Oh,
Both
okay,
parents worked
okay.
in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, probably all the way into 2000, up to about 2010. So they weren't. They were raising them, but they weren't raising them the same way. When y'all remember when y'all used to come home from school and unlock the doors, and you let
Mhm.
yourselves in. That's a latchkey kid. All right.
Okay, I see the distinction.
All right. Uh,
And
yeah,
that juxtaposes helicopter parenting. I follow.
yeah. Helicopter parenting, unless you're rich and you only have one kid and stuff like that,
And
you
you don't
can't
have
do
to
that with
like,
3 kids. You know what I'm saying? You just
yeah,
can't. Even your mom, who was a great parent, she just wasn't able to do that with fucking. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And then she
because
had
you
to
get like
work
the
all the
9 to 5
time too.
exactly. So like that's just too much to ask of like one person. And that's kind
Yeah.
of where like the whole traditional nuclear family, like man goes to work, woman stays at home thing, where like at least if one parent's available to do the helicoptering, and then like one parent's out, and that would be like the latchkey
Yeah.
parent, I guess.
If the parents are 2 to 1, they outnumber them, so you can always be like, "Oh, here you go, Dad and Mom's gonna get some rest," and it works
Yeah,
really
they
well,
take
and you
shifts.
can be helicopter parents. But you can't be helicopter. I have 7 kids. There's no fucking way I can be a helicopter parent.
Yeah, 7.
I got 7 kids. I raised seven
Gabriel
kids.
Spencer. Okay.
Yeah, Caleb, Gabriel, Spencer. Or sorry, Caleb, Alistair, Tim, Spencer, uh, um,
Gabriel, Kiki,
Gabriel,
Kyrie.
Kiki, and Kyrie. That's
That's
seven
7.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't put that together before, but that is in fact 7 kids in total.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no way to be available for like all
Well,
7 of them at the same time.
no, we're good parents, and I stay
Yeah.
home with my kids a lot. I'm not even. I'm not even going to work really. I'm like I do work sometimes, but like I ain't going back to work full time until Gabriel gets in school.
That
So
makes
we got
sense.
another 2 years. You know what I'm saying? There's no way I can leave him home with Jamie. And if Jamie was just
Whoa.
raising the 2 kids, it'd be fine. I
No,
can't leave
that's
her home
fair.
with 2 kids and the other 5 fucking kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's too much for any one person to
Yeah.
reasonably handle.
So I'm like,
That's
and
where like babysitters and nannies, I guess, would be like in consideration. But then it also like you'd have to find a babysitter or nanny that like you feel comfortable with. So
yeah, trust them. Plus, it's expensive as hell.
that too.
You know what I'm saying? And for 7 kids, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, it don't really work, and that's where
Which, to
like
be fair, now 2 of them are 18. But
oh well,
the
yeah,
point,
they can work and help out, and they can help like raise some of the kids too.
well, I mean, Caleb's in college and Tim's lives at his aunt Andy. So, like, you know what I'm saying? But that wasn't always the case. Tim did live here for like 15 fucking years. Like, you know,
Hmm.
uh,
Hold on, before we continue, I gotta pee real quick.
that's fine. We're going to take a 5-minute intermission.
I don't know what Josh went off to do, so I'm just gonna play some. How do I share this? I'm gonna take it over. His Mega Man video is over now, so what did he go to do? Probably he also actually. Can I poison it without it just killing it instantly? Ooh, fantastic! Look at that. Was that like a 10% proc? I gotta look that up. Poison sting. Assuming it's the same in this game as in the main, like the real series games. %30 chance. Wait a second. That's pretty high. Definitely didn't feel like 30% before. You're muted.
I know.
Okay.
I was talking to
Okay.
her about.
Oh, I saw your mouth moving. I didn't see her on screen, so I was like, damn.
in in November, Alistair's getting his Hudgens tattoo this year.
Really?
Yeah. So
What's he gonna get? Is he gonna have the cross or the hammer?
The cross.
Okay. I didn't know where like he aligned on that. Cross would have made the most sense if you were his parent. Well,
Sure.
would you be his parent?
He's a Christian, so.
Are Jamie and Kim also Christian? I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly where everybody in the family line like. I know my parents and siblings are all. They all have the hammer.
Kim is
Connor's
Baptist
hammer, right?
and her dad was Catholic. Her mom was Baptist. Jamie was Baptist, right? Yeah, she was Southern Baptist.
Is that different from regular Baptist?
Well, hers was, but I mean, yes. Southern Baptist is different than Northern Baptist. Like they kind of two different.
Okay, I guess I'm
Not totally different. You know what I'm saying? But the denomination slightly different.
What's like the fine line between the two?
I don't know because I don't know anything about Northern Baptist. I just know they're different.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know why I was.
I've never went to church up north like ever.
Well, then how do you know there's a difference?
Because they say there's a difference. That's why.
That's fair.
I think Southern Baptists are like, no, those are Methodists. The Hellfire and Brimstone, those are the Baptists or Methodists. Okay, so those
Hellfire
are the
and Brimstone is like a lot of sects believe that, isn't that?
No, Pentecostals aren't really Hellfire and Brimstone. Like that's not what they really talk about a lot. Stuff like that, you know.
Pentecostal, that one's new to me. Or rather, it's not entirely new. I saw it not too long ago, or I saw that there's a church out here that's a Pentecostal church.
Pentecostals, Mormons are different. Jehovah's Witnesses are different. Non-denominationals are different. And they're all a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing is they're all a little different, but
yeah, it must be like very.
But largely they believe the same things. But you know,
they looked at Pentecostalism, and the first thing it says is it's a Protestant Christian movement.
Yeah, Protestant just means it's not Catholic.
Oh, that's all it means.
Mm-hmm.
And Catholic is big on like the eternal hellfire and brimstone, right?
No.
No,
it's the Protestants that are, and mainly only certain sects of Protestants are.
Or they believe in like an eternal damnation specifically.
Oh no, they all believe in eternal damnation. The thing is like that's what they preach all the time. And that's not even true today. Like Southern Baptist Church isn't like it was in, let's say, the 80s or 70s, you know what I'm saying, where they were teaching that you do this, you're going to go to hell and blah, blah, blah. Like, that was just like a teaching style. It wasn't like any specific, but it was really popular in the South.
Yeah. So I remember hearing that like growing up, and then like as far as I'm aware, nothing in the Bible like specifies eternal damnation. My understanding now is, and I don't know how many like sects align with this, but my understanding now is that it's a temporary like damnation to purify the soul, and then they eventually like go to the same place as everybody else.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I know. I don't want to sit there and speak about other religions with any kind of real conviction. I can give you
That's
rough
fair.
ideas about it. It's like yes, I can tell you some things about the Mormons, but I'm not a fucking Mormon. I don't know. I'm saying, like, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
I can tell you
Mormons.
Methodist. I can tell you Baptist. I can tell you things like that. But I can't tell you like
Well, we can talk
Mormons
about
or
those
Jehovah's
first.
Witnesses.
But yeah,
Cool.
Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, they are like very distinct, and I don't. I've looked
Yeah.
into them before. I still don't really get like they have like their own newer age
Jehovah's
prophet seems
Witnesses
to be the
believe that
thing.
only 444,000 or something like people are 244 whatever 255,000 anyway. It's like a few 100,000 people are going to heaven. That's it. So you have to be one of those people by preaching to everybody. That's how you get yourself in. So it's kind of like sales.
Yeah, it is kind of just like a sales model.
Yeah,
Even the
sales
way that
model.
like they describe their, because I gotta look this up. Let me see what I can remember.
Mormons not the same, but Mormons are allowed to have two wives. They're allowed, but you have to treat each wife equally, which means you can't. If you have one house for one wife, you have to have another house for another wife. They're very particular about it. Like you have
Oh
to have,
wow,
yeah, they're real strict on that stuff.
and that's extremely demanding nowadays. Houses aren't exactly like a dime a dozen anymore, and they haven't
Yeah,
been for a while.
but Mormons are extremely wealthy people. That's why they rule the whole Salt Lake City.
Who does?
Mormons
They run Salt Lake City,
in Utah, yeah.
which that's a town. That's like one of the only. Utah is such a forgettable state. I hear about Salt Lake City every
All
now
right,
and then, but that's past that. I don't hear much about Utah at all.
all right. Mormons are the Church of Latter Day Saints, which is what they call Mormons.
Oh,
Comprise 40% of the state's population. That's how many there are.
I'm sorry, 40%.
40% of the state's population are Mormon alone.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
And that's because like I imagine any random if you pick any random state, I would think that like the most common practice would be like Christianity. And Mormonism sounds like it's like still Christian correlated, but it also seems like it moves out from like most Christian beliefs. And so I don't even know if you can call that or refer to that as like Christianity specifically.
Um, yeah, the influence of Mormons in Utah is profound, affecting various aspects of life in the state. Their history, culture, and religious practice continue to play a vital role in shaping Utah's identity.
That's surprising. Salt Lake City is a place that like it's just got a really cool name. I wanted to go there at some point. I don't even know if it's like really a good like tourist
Well, it's like
spot.
the only major really city in Utah. You know what I'm saying? Like there are other.
And the rest of Utah is like pretty rural by comparison.
The rest of it is, yeah. And here's those four other not major cities, not compared to Salt Lake City, but West Valley City, Provo, and St. George, which you've never even heard of any of those, but you
No,
know what I'm
St.
saying?
George is new.
Right.
George with a J? No, George with a G.
Well, um, but yeah, those are the state. Then pretty much 250,000 or more people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and three of those, West Valley City and West Georgia, are all in Salt Lake City County. So Salt Lake City County has probably about 800,000 people. There are a bunch of small municipals with like 1,000 people here.
Okay, I was
2,000.
gonna say like that seems like it's a pretty large number for county. I'm trying to think of like
Well,
what other
yeah, I mean,
counties are
like
giving
there
mad
are small
credit.
counties in Florida too where they only got
There
like
are.
2,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't want to say any just for like to avoid like doxing ourselves. Like I don't want to say which ones I'm familiar with, but yeah, there's some small rural.
yeah, but even our city has like our closest city has like 30,000 residents. You know what I'm saying? It's not small by any measure.
Yeah,
But like
yeah,
Salt
I guess that's
Lake,
true.
uh, Alta City has 337 residents. Um,
Wow, 337. That's
yeah,
it. That's
Alton,
small.
has 308 residents. Omega has 486. But then you have like American Fork, which has 35,000 residents. So there's bigger and smaller cities. Here's one city that has 82 residents. You know what I'm saying? Like smaller than Lake Mac,
Yeah,
smaller than pretty
and
much
that's
Umatilla.
really saying
Yeah.
something too. So those are
40,
rural
here's one for
spots.
with 49 residents. It's a town. You know what I'm saying?
At that
But
point,
here's the thing.
I don't even know if you can call that a town. That sounds more like a village at that point.
Do
That
you
sounds
do you
so
know what the
small.
median household income for people is? And this is what I'm saying they're wealthy.
Hmm.
All right, this is just a little 10,000 population, 10,000 in Alpine, Utah. The average and the median household income is $156,000. That's how big it is.
It's how much?
Aurora has 881 people, and the average is $92,000. Um, Beaver Creek, $82,000. In fact, I've only found one under 50,000 with the median income, which is like the average.
Which those are standard like house prices now, anyways, aren't they?
Still, you make $100,000 a year. You're not doing so bad compared to somebody that's, you know what I'm saying. Like, all right, here's Draper City, 50,000 people. The average citizen makes $130,000 a year. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But
Oh, that's how much they
um,
make. Okay, that's not how much the
yeah,
houses cost.
here's a
Okay,
town with 17 people in it.
that's so
It
small.
doesn't even have the amount that they make because it's so small. It's probably all
Yeah,
relatives.
they like people probably don't go out there to do their surveys super often.
Here's a city of 50,000. The average household income is $105,000 a year. When I say these people make a lot of money, Elk Ridge, 4,000 people. The average income is $138,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like now, weigh that against Florida.
Hmm. Which I don't know the stats for Florida myself.
No, I'm about to. Okay.
Which is not even like something I've
All right.
ever even really tried to look into. But maybe.
All
Well,
right.
what is Florida's total population?
It's like 30 million, something like that.
30 million.
Yeah, it's like 30 million people, something like that. It's
That's
a little.
wild.
It's a big state.
It is. It makes sense that it's popular, and that's not even counting like that's probably like permanent resident population. That's probably not even counting like
Well,
snowbirds.
Jacksonville has a million people. Miami has 400,000 people. Tampa has 384,000 people. Orlando
Jacksonville has more
has
people than
300.
Miami.
Oh yeah, way more.
I did not know that. That's wacky. Jacksonville, like, don't get me wrong, it looks very city like. Like
Um,
the number made
right.
sense. I just thought Miami would be even more populous.
St. Petersburg, 250,000 people. Hialeah, 230,000 people. Port St. Lucie, 200,000 people. Um, Tallahassee, hundreds. You know what I'm saying, and like goes on and on and on. Hell, you have to
Hmm.
get down to past 23, number 23, county 23, to get below 100,000 people in those counties. There's 22 counties with over 100,000 or more people in those counties. So it's big. And then
That's
the
like
next
two
ones are
point two
blocks of
million.
90,000, 80,000, 70,000. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then you get down to like, Sarasota, Popka, Pensacola. Those are 50,000 people. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of people. I
Yeah.
imagine. I guess Texas and New York are like the only other two places I feel like would be much higher or very likely rank above Florida in like population.
Only barely. The
Yeah,
three the three biggest states are Florida, um, um, California, Florida, and Texas are the three biggest states. I do believe now.
California makes sense. I'm surprised New York's not up there just because New York City alone, I feel like would have shifted. Because that's known for being like such a busy, overpopulous city.
Yeah, biggest states by population: California, Texas, Florida, New York. Pennsylvania, and California has the largest population with nearly 40 million residents.
I'm sorry, how much
Oh, they have 39 million residents now. I guess they're down 500,000.
for New York?
Texas, yeah, this is an
Okay.
older reading, so like they're probably less than that now. But like even New York has 19 million people. Pennsylvania has 13 million people. You know what I'm saying? Virginia has
Mhm.
10 million people. You know what I'm saying? Just so on and on and on. But the point is that then that's a rough estimate of what I'm saying, the United States. But um,
But I mean, those estimates add up, at least like in relation to each other. It makes sense to me. Sorry, I guess I got distracted by looking into the Latter Day Saints. I didn't know.
you know what?
Oh, I didn't know the distinctions between like different sects of Christianity.
Sure,
Like,
there's lots of
I knew there was a lot of differences. So like now I'm just kind of like looking through and being like,
like
oh yeah,
there's
this is
okay.
different. That's different.
The difference between like and the key because like between Baptist Methodist. Baptists dunk you when you get baptized. Methodists lay your head back and sprinkle over you. I mean, it's really small
I
nuances.
thought for a
Mhm.
second you said
Ryan,
Baptists don't. I thought you said Baptists don't pee when they get baptized.
They don't pee. Well,
why
Baptists
That's
would
probably do
what.
because
they?
Well,
they're
yeah,
in a
that's what
tub
you
of
said. They
water.
don't. I thought you said they don't pee when they get baptized, and I
Why
was like,
would
as
they?
opposed to what?
I would definitely pee because they put you in a tub of water.
Hmm. It's literally that
So
thing like
Yeah.
where when you fall asleep and they put your hand in the bowl of water.
yeah, maybe.
So just don't fall asleep when you get baptized. I guess.
But yeah, we were discussing state populations, and we were talking about like because I was telling them about Salt Lake City. I was like, that
Yes.
whole fucking state, like 40% of the population of Utah is like Mormon. I'm like, they are just like strictly Mormons, big time.
Which that sounds like it'd be a nice town to visit, just because Mormons are like iconically extremely polite and professional, right?
Generally, yeah. Don't think they don't have
except if
their bad.
except if you're a Mormon.
Except if you're a Mormon.
Just nice to
except
the
if.
general population.
Okay.
um. They kicked a lot of. They kind of. That's whether they're stereotype, but like from what I understand, the reason they took over Utah so much was because like due to freaking basically terrorizing people out of town.
We only have six
Is that
states with
right?
less than 1 million people. One of those is District of Columbia. The other one's Alaska.
But like I heard like this, I heard the city they
Alaska?
have their main church
That's
in
surprising.
used
Hmm?
to used to be like a regular city until the Mormons started moving in, and they started moving a lot of their like church members in, and basically they kept buying up property as people were coming out, and then like trying to convert everybody around them to be Mormons, essentially,
Sure.
to the point where like they were like visiting their doors every day, harassing
Hmm.
them and shit like that.
No,
So yeah,
they did it more subtle than. Oh, yeah, there was some of that, but they did it more subtle than that. What they did was they controlled all the jobs and all the things, and they just didn't hire people that aren't Mormon. So
yeah.
you join the church. Join church. You live in the
Okay,
state. You join the church. I mean,
torch,
that's the big church. The church.
the
No,
torch.
The
but yeah,
church.
obviously there was door to door, stuff like that. But they used to
Yeah,
go
because that
out
was like
on
the
a mission.
main thing I knew about them.
Because, like, I know the Church of Scientology, like, if you sign up to their newsletters, they won't fucking stop.
The Mormon
Yeah,
newsletters.
no,
Yeah,
Scientology. Them too.
there's like a, there's like an infamous like prank people pull on their friends where like they'll like give their email address and their like home address to like the Church of Scientology, and like they'll just keep sending them shit.
Wait, that's funny though. That's pretty harmless. That's a good prank. Maybe I'll use that at some point, Ryan. I'll wait for you to forget that you've told me about that.
But yeah, like I said, and the thing is like, um, this must be old because this says California has 52 seats. I think they have 51 seats now.
So, Cayden,
Mm?
now that you're here, I have to ask opinion on like
Oh,
the
we already
new.
discussed it. Too late.
Yeah, we did kind of talk about it while you were away. I'm sorry, Ryan.
I'm just messing with
We
you.
we
Keep
went
track.
through all 3 million files like an hour ago, so you kind of late to the party.
What's your opinion on the new batch?
I haven't looked into it much. Because I found out about it today. We just like talked about like the files in general, but I haven't seen like through the contents yet.
Some of the tips given to the FBI by like different people, like if they're verified, would pretty much confirm Trump sex trafficked children.
And that's in the files.
Yeah. So thing is, they're like a lot of them are unverified tips. That's the thing, or like unverified like try to think out of basically tips given to by people, and like they'll follow up on them, but like they're not totally verified, or we don't know if they're totally verified or not.
Well, what do you mean? Like we don't know if they're fully verified?
We don't. Was that your question?
Give me a sec.
He doesn't know the verification of all the things. It's just a
Okay.
bunch of documents that the court has to sort through.
Yeah.
Without the adjudication of the court, it's not really verified. At least not,
It
mostly
does say
verified.
Trump himself signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act in November 1925. So it's a little weird that he signed off on them if they're like counterintuitive to.
I
him.
don't. Like I said, it's not the thing. I think if anything was in there, it got destroyed long before this conversation about Epstein
That's
ever
probably
happened.
true.
I
Yeah, those have been like kicked around
guarantee
on
you.
desktops for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess like if they doctored it in this way, why take this angle to have him sign off on it and then also like put his name in it falsely? It's just confusing, I guess.
And here's the thing: is nobody's. And here's the thing: like obviously we care because we're nerds,
Yeah.
but other people aren't going to care. They're either pro-Trump or they're anti-Trump, but they're not nothing like on average. Go tell Joey about it. Joey will never believe it. You don't care if it showed a picture of him banging some little fucking 13-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Or go show down the road Ron's wife. She's gonna believe it no matter what, even if you see him in a little fucking Saints uniform. It just don't matter politically. It's intriguing to us because we're nerds.
Yeah. But you're right. Like
Love you too,
most
baby.
people don't really like look into this stuff, even though it's publicly
Yeah.
available.
Yeah, but it's nerds like us that go through all those documents. Like, oh, that's what it says here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what it says there. And blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. We're the ones that actually go through the shit. Like when I read the fucking FBI files on the on 9/11 because I'm a nerd.
How long
A lot
are
of
those
people.
FBI files available for 9/11?
There was. It was up there for a while.
Okay.
All right, I'm
so,
back for a little bit.
like shortly after like that all happened.
Or not. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Welcome back, Ryan.
The way I believe it is like if you think Trump's lying, he probably is. If you think Trump's telling the truth, he also probably is. Because if you think Biden's lying, he probably is. And if you think Biden's probably telling the truth, he probably is. They're just, it's not like, they pretend like there's this grudge, but they seem like this unified front. And then when it comes something like this, they're like, oh, no, there's no there. Because both sides are equally culpable in it.
Yeah.
Or neither side is equally culpable. Either way, it seems to be like,
It's kind of like an all
this
or nothing
politician
like
there, this,
mentality.
yeah. And that's why you see like names cut off and shit like that. And you're never going to get those names. It'd be like trying to get
Yeah.
names of the JFK files.
That's true.
It's never going to happen. Those motherfuckers are dead. And they still not giving you their names. Like literally every single one of them is 90 or dead.
Yeah.
They still will never give you those names because their legacy and shit like that, because they are the
It's
upper
probably like
echelon of
another
society.
10, 15 years before we get like the real answer on like JFK.
No, you won't. You'll never get that.
Never, even after they've died. I feel
Nope.
like once like the people that were like alive for it have died, I don't see any reason like the generation that takes their place would not just release that. Like they would have other things they don't release, but
after everybody's dead, it's like World War One. Do you hear anything about it? No, you don't.
not really. I hear about World War II, but not World War One so much.
You barely hear about World War II now because most of
That's
those
true.
people are dead. You know what I'm saying? But like 20, 30 years ago, you would have heard about World War II all the time. Even the Vietnam people are starting to drift away. It was a real big thing back in the 80s and 90s.
Because Vietnam War, I didn't really know much about it. I met like a couple people who like served during the war, but even then, like I only knew what they told me. I didn't really know like the scope or the politics around it because
Sure.
it stopped being relevant to people.
Yeah, and it does, and you can already tell like people don't care, and you know what I'm
They
saying.
don't.
Trump isn't going to jail. Trump isn't getting charged with anything. I don't care if you fucking raped 30 children and blah blah blah.
All right, I'm
Just
back.
like Bill Clinton did.
Welcome back, Ryan.
Bill Clinton ain't getting charged with nothing. Hillary
That's
Clinton
true.
ain't getting charged with nothing. I
I think
remember
it's
Trump
funny
saying,
that like people don't even put their lenses on those two because they'll use it. Like I've seen like leftists use that as like an argument against the right. Like they'll bring up Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton as like for argument's sake, but they don't really seem to care that like Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton are on the list. They only
they
care
don't.
about like Trump's
Oh, I
involvement.
absolutely care. In fact, when I was talking about it with my friend the other day, I was like, they need to put them in fucking jail.
Yeah,
But they're not going to.
that's
And
the
Just for
thing. They
just for
won't.
just for fucking contempt of court alone.
Yeah,
they're not
same
going to.
with
Well,
Cash
she should
Patel and
have.
all them.
When she refused to go to the Congress about the hearing about blah blah blah,
Who,
during right
Hillary?
after Trump won the trial. Remember they did the
I didn't know about a hearing.
Of course you didn't.
Yeah,
The hearings. She just said, "I plead the fifth." Like, whoa! You can't plead the fifth to the whole trial. You can go to the trial to the place and plead the fifth,
hmm
but there's an implication in that. She just said, "I plead the fifth," and didn't show up for the hearing. But you have to show up for the hearing. You just can plead the fifth while you're there, which means
Then
you don't
like,
want to incriminate yourself.
so she didn't show up,
To
and then like,
each
what came of
individual
that?
question,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They
nothing came
should
of
have.
Yeah,
it.
That's what I.
Okay.
That's why I said they should have just done it for contempt of court alone.
Yeah, but yeah, I like I said, I don't even worry about it because and it's not that I don't care. It's just like nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Like I'd rather waste my time on other things. Obviously we do this, waste our time on this, and that's why I have discussions and stuff. But like,
yeah.
I don't, it's not going to. It doesn't really matter because, and here's the thing: the attention span of people can be measured in nanoseconds.
It really can.
They almost forgot everything Trump did in the first term because they're busy about this term, and then they're like, well, what I'm saying, they might make a throwback to it every once in a while, and as soon as he's done and Vance is in, it's gonna be Trump's an evil Hitler, blah 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 blah, whatever.
Yeah, and then they'll lose track of that, and they'll just focus
Yep.
on JD Vance for a couple of years, and then the next president, and so on
Sure,
and so
and they'll
forth.
forget all about Trump, just like they forgot all about Obama, Clinton, Bush, like whatever happened to the Bush thing. You know what I'm saying? We were like Bush
Oh
was like
yeah,
the most evil fucking sadistic son of a bitch on the planet, and now we're like,
yeah.
oh, Trump is. I'm like,
Bush did
there's
9/11
no
was a
way.
huge thing for a while now.
I mean,
people don't even talk about Bush.
Yep, you could say there's no way that as far as an evil dictator goes, like that, you know what I'm saying? The post 9/11 shit was like insane levels of tolerance when it came to fascism or communism or whatever the hell ism you want to throw in there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's when everything changed from, we're gonna storm down, and they still do it to this day. It's like, yeah, we just kind of accepted that fact that people spy on us. We just kind of accepted the fact that the NSA is fucking got a data center the size of fucking a state, and
Yeah,
we just accept it. You know what I'm saying?
they do.
Even when the stuff came out with Snowden. Remember when all the Snowden shit came out?
Oh, I've heard about that. It's been explained to me before.
Yeah,
Snowden.
they're like, whatever now. Didn't change the rules, didn't change the game. They had a thing where they're like Congress, blah blah blah, like, and then they just don't care.
It all just
So
kind of
no.
stayed the same, and then everything like went back to
Yep.
to the normal.
Oh, I want you to know he was playing Pokemon earlier.
Yes, I was. I was playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion.
Oh, we'll have a talk after the chat. Don't worry.
Okay, I was just gonna,
Well, I was gonna say
Tell him
actually,
there.
I think I need to like head off for now. I think I need to crash out because my jaw is really bothering me.
okay.
I feel
fair enough.
Whatever
unusually,
you
like,
do
tired
for
and
money is
lethargic.
your business. Okay, you ain't gotta tell us what you do for money. We
Oh, I
get
wasn't
it.
gonna tell you what I do. I was just gonna imply it and let you like draw your own conclusion. Apparently,
Well, we already drew that conclusion.
no. I think I need to see a dentist before long.
Hold on. Hold on. I feel like we drew different conclusions. What's yours?
Probably the same as yours. Which
Oh,
did
so
he
you
crack your
also.
tooth?
So you
crack-
think you. So you also think that Cayden went to his mom's house and they replaced his jaw with a pit bull's. That way he can lock it whenever he bites people.
Yeah. See, Same page. Same page.
Is this a reference or something? What the hell are we talking about?
Oh, you said you got
There's
an
a weird myth. There's like a weird myth that like pit bulls can lock their jaws when they bite people for some reason.
They can lock them, but I don't think it's like an actual lock. But
Can't any animal like
Like a
lock
one.
its jaw? Doesn't an alligator lock its jaw when it snaps it shut?
if it's strong
I
enough,
don't think pit bulls can lock their jaw like any other conventional wolf though.
Okay.
oh, you're talking about like wolves lock their jaws.
Well, no, they're like
Pit bulls
I
got,
see
like,
people
shorter
claim all the
faces.
time that like the reason pit bulls are so dangerous is because they've been bred to lock their jaws. Da 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 da. When it's like, well, they can't lock their jaws any more than a wolf can.
But if they can still lock their jaws as much as a wolf can, does that not mean that they can still lock their jaws? Like just to a
Yeah,
lesser
but like a lot
degree?
of dogs can do that.
Well, then they're able to do it as much as any other dog. But that means that they can still do it.
But like these people's pointers specifically, they breed that trait into them, even though it's already a thing.
Oh,
Dogs
I
can
saw
do.
you. Well, how do you know that like pit bulls couldn't do it before they got bred to that? Because like if you see a pit bull now, it was one that was bred to be able to do that, right?
But it still could be an argument against them because freaking if other dogs can do it, it's not really a slight against them.
I suppose.
Um,
But then you would just say like all dogs can lock their jaws, and then pit bulls by extension can also lock their jaws. Post haste in that case.
I
I don't
want
know.
to.
That's semantic.
I want to do something at some point when y'all got some time. I want to make some shorts, like just 10-second shorts, and 20-second
We
shorts,
can do
like
that.
really short. Well, I want them to. They're not going to be real. They're going to be like, "Did you know?" And then we're going to fill the blank with some lie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how we're gonna do our shorts.
That's how we're going to do it. Do our shorts,
Okay.
really.
Did you
It's
know
gonna
that
be
I
like, it's
have
gonna be
the
like an
ability?
ad.
Did you know that I have the ability to shit anybody else's pants?
Oh yeah, Josh, don't show disbelief. He can do it. It's not worth it. Just take him at his
Yeah.
word.
I do. I take him at his word all the time.
Good.
He
This one's
said-
very important too.
He said that you were secretly gay, and I was like, I'm taking you at your word for it.
Well, I told you to take him at his word for it. I can't complain now.
Yeah.
No, I said he was secretly.
Oh, he got taken over by the Transformers, the Decepticons.
He could turn.
He tried to say the F word, didn't he?
He
Fag.
could turn into
Yeah.
a bay at will.
I think he did.
He-
Did you
he
say the
didn't-
F word?
What did you say? Something at will?
No, I said bay.
Oh,
I'm saying that he turned into bay at will.
okay.
Oh,
That's not what we heard.
like a switch just being flipped on and off.
I thought you said he could change fag at will. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
That's kind of like what Ryan said in the.
I thought that's what he said though. Like it was all electronic-y.
Yeah, you were like getting Decepticon, Ryan.
Yeah. The Decepticon said it.
Good, I'm glad.
But I'm down. We can do some shorts.
Yeah, but I think that'd be funny.
Or whatever that fucking sound.
I think it'd be funny.
Yeah. Like, this is a public service announcement.
Ooh, fake PSAs. Wait, that could be cool. You do like an augmented
Yeah.
reality thing with it, or
Yeah.
not augmented, alternate ARGs.
But yeah,
Our
I
next
figure-
announcement is going to be about Josh's pregnancy, not even his wife, his pregnancy.
Yeah, it's
About
my
who?
pregnancy.
Josh's pregnancy.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah, his.
Wow, I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be having a pork chop baby tonight.
What the hell is a pork chop, baby?
Do you really want to know?
No,
It's gonna be half-
I'm good. I guess I see what you're saying. I'm good.
It's gonna.
I don't need
it's-
like
it's
a
gonna be-
detailed description.
It's gonna be. It's half baby, half pig.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's scary too. Why would you pick like the worst animal to like make a human hybrid out of? I don't like pigs. Pink pigs
Whoa.
are
So you
one of
can
the
win
grossest
eating
animals to me.
contests.
Iran prepares
That's
for war with the
Eating
U.S.
contests.
That don't surprise me. I feel like I've seen that
What's up?
stated between Iran and Venezuela like a couple times, and as far as I'm aware, no wars broke out.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
how they would like. I mean, they can prepare for war, but like, what does that even mean? It's not like they can come over and bomb us.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
Like I can
They're
understand
probably-
they're
they're probably like tightening up like defenses, like national security for their country kind of deal.
I mean, they don't have like aircraft carriers. They don't have nothing. Like, they'd be
Yeah.
trucking it a long fucking way to try to start a war with us. You know what I'm saying?
It'll
So,
probably go the way of like the Greenland situation, where there'll be like a negotiation with like the threat of war, and then like no war breaks out because people would rather just do the negotiation.
who was
instead.
threatening war over Greenland?
Realistically,
Oh.
like the U.S. hasn't had like an actual freaking war in ages. It's always just like we go in, bomb the shit out of them, maybe put some special operations there, but they're never like
Yeah.
formal wars.
Well, they don't need to be now.
Vietnam was like the last
That's what I'm saying.
wasn't it?
I mean, we obliterate countries within a few. 3 days we'll bomb the shit out of them, and I mean bomb the shit out of them for 3 fucking days, and then they're totally in wreckage. And then we either decide to stay and help fucking fix things, which is cost us more. Like we lost almost no lives in the actual attack in Iraq. It was the occupation of Iraq for fucking 10 years that cost some lives, and it wasn't even a lot.
Yeah.
I think it was like a couple thousand lives.
Which, as far as like anything that even like brushes close toward 1,000 lives, a couple thousand is not too crazy.
No, it's really not. I mean, like, and here's the thing: is people are dying less. Okay. In 20 years, we lost 4,492 people. So about
That's
200,
not
300
bad
people, yeah.
numbers. That is not bad
Yeah.
numbers.
That's from 2003 to 2023. That's 20 years. Now, the insert or the what's it called? They lost a lot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
The what's it called?
the Iraqi combatants.
Yeah, it makes sense they lost a lot. 'Cause we have like drones and shit, so we can lose
Sure.
a bunch of drones, and those aren't like going to be listed as casualties because it's not a human life.
Right. But yeah, the Iraqi body count's pretty high. You know what I'm saying? But
How high is their body count?
estimated casualty range between 150,000 to 1 million.
That is quite a bit.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, like
For us only
especially
having like 2,000 dead.
what is Iraq's population? Because that's what matters.
Watch it be like 2 million.
46 million. So yeah, it wasn't even that big a deal.
Small. It's just, well, I mean, 1 million is still like a big deal. It's a bigger deal than like 2,000, but that is like it's not like the majority of them. It is it's still like a fraction, like a 1/46 of the total population at most from that estimate.
Yeah,
Which
it's.
I don't mean to
It's
cut it
not.
off here, especially since I was on later, but I'll try to be on tomorrow at 7, and if not 7, I will absolutely be on by 8. So I don't think my work can bleed over that far.
Shocking. That's what time you were here today. 8.
Yeah, it's starting to look like that might be like a better time frame for me. But I said 7 before. We all agreed on 7 at one point. I'll try to be on at 7, especially.
I don't
since,
mind
like,
if you're late every day. Like I don't mind if I just mind if you don't show up or don't let me know.
that is
You
fair.
dick.
I'll keep
That's
you
what I'm talking-
updated. I'll keep you updated. I'll be more on top of it. I'll try. I say that a lot. I because like that's like a very regular thing with me and people, like plan
Yeah,
something and then be late.
I think I'm
But
gonna head
I'll try to
out
be more on
to
top.
Ryan. It's your stream. No.
He's AFK. He's gonna. Oh, never mind.
No.
I understand. We'll leave it as an empty room for you as a surprise to come back
Like,
to.
what the hell? No.
Yeah, and then you
No.
can carry the stream for another hour by yourself.
He's been on 17 minutes. Come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm just really tired, and I've been here since 7 o'clock, so I've been
I'm
here for like
tired,
3.5
too.
hours. So, I blame Cayden personally. But
Maybe my like tiredness is contagious because I came in tired.
no, it's not your tired. It's contagious. The fact that I've been sitting here since fucking doing the stream for 3.5 hours, and your ass is already going to bed. No, I'm just kidding.
My bad. I
No.
need sleep, man. I need sleep. But
I don't blame you. All right. Yeah.
is
Good
there
night.
stuff with you?
Right.
We covered some
All
cool topics. I wanted to get more into sci-fi talks. I feel like sci-fi, like the potential future of humanity, I think is really interesting. But I
Oh
forgot
no,
about that like partway
sci-fi isn't going to be what you think it's going to be. It's going to be like cave warriors and shit like that.
through. Cave warriors.
Well, we're going to blow up the whole fucking world, and the people that live are going to be like living like cave
That's
warriors.
exactly what I was asking. If you felt like we were gonna be steering towards a cyberpunk type
Yeah.
future or a Fallout type future, and apparently you land more on like the Fallout like
I'm
prediction.
sure of it eventually.
Eventually,
I vote Cyberpunk.
See,
Oh, I
feel
would want the cyberpunk, but I think we're gonna go to the cavemen and caves thing. I just strongly suspect it's gonna be Fallout.
I mean, I
3.
don't even want the cyberpunk future because I think it's going to be like absolute dystopian cyberpunk.
probably.
Yeah, but you can still like jack in. You know what I'm saying with Jackson. That's really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you get like the cybernetics. If nothing else, like dystopia or not, at least you get like cybernetic parts. That part's pretty cool.
yeah, but it won't be. It'll be fucking. Well, I figured when the Roman Empire fell, we went back to the fucking Dark Ages. Like-
Is that right?
like-
It went straight back to the Dark Ages for a period.
I mean,
Well, medieval.
we didn't go right back, but we slowly went back to the Dark Ages. I'll put it this way: by like 500 AD, we were far worse off than we were in 0 AD or Jesus' day. There were
Yeah.
actually more things, more plumbing, everything than there was after the fall of the Roman Empire in 14
right.
AD.
Because Rome was like the first like society that had plumbing, I believe.
Even
It was like
even
more simple, but like aqueduct, plumbing, something to that effect.
I mean, I think if we were having an apocalypse, it looked more like sort of the Last of Us type societies.
it'd be like Revolution.
that.
You ever seen the show Revolution?
No.
Yeah.
Man, what's wrong with you people?
There's too many shows and movies to have seen them all, man.
It's really cool. Like they go back, like this guy works for the thing, and she's like, the power's gonna. She comes home and she's like, she tells her husband, she's like, the power's gonna go off and it's not gonna be able to come back on. Like they can't get the not that they can't they don't know how to get the power back on. Like the thing ceased to exist, and it turns out it was nanobots that did it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So
Huh.
yeah, it was
I've
kind
never
of cool.
seen that. It was called, what's it
Wow.
called, Revolution?
Yeah. And we literally fell back more to like colonial times.
I think it's like gonna be more like The Last of Us, where like a lot of our reliance is going to be on people who can work power grids and have useful tools like that are going to be like taken in to like smaller subsects of towns essentially.
Which, before we go any further, I am gonna go ahead and hot off here because I gotta get ready, and I am
All right, night.
All right. All right. Thank
only
you,
part
everybody.
paying attention. So,
All right, that's fine.
you
We'll
guys have a good
all
night.
say goodbye to the great debate.
Woo! Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.